Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cyclones and the Fireballs. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of our Spring 24 Battle Court season, winding down this regular season, Stu, just today and tomorrow left, and then we begin the playoffs. I am Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman. How you doing today, Stu?
Been a fantastic season, Andrew. Looking forward to winding it down and getting off to those playoffs.
We're going to get started here in the second division. These two teams will not be playing into the playoffs, again, already eliminated, but a chance to build momentum here for the Fall 24 season. Coming up in September, we get started with Iada and Lopez against Fonda and Amigorena. Iada and Lopez this season, they won their first match. They won at the midway point of their season, just 2 wins, 6 losses. Flipping over here to the Fireballs team, Fonda and Amigorena, we know just got 1 win back on April 15th. Looking for their second right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin our first match of the game day. Iada will have the serve for the Cyclones. Iada serves. We begin. Amigorena backhand to the inside. Lopez is there. Fonda from the 9 line. Lopez from the 10 line. There's the backhand by Lopez. There's Lopez from the 11 line. Backhand to the inside. Nice and hard. Amigorena's there. Iada, backhand. From the 7 line, lifts to the back wall. Out to the rebote. Fonda's there. Forehand rebote. In play. Here's the backhand by Lopez. Low runner to the inside. Amigorena's there. Rebote left side by Lopez. That ball's in play. Fonda winds up. Split placement taken in the air by Iada. Perfect placement picked off by Fonda. Beautifully played. Rebote saved by Lopez. Caught by Fonda. 2-all by Fonda will score. Such a well-played first point to start off the afternoon. That goes to Fonda and Amigorena. Wow. You talked about this setting the pace. That's quite a pace.
And great first point right here. Iada going for this softer forehand. Look at Fonda reach in there with one hand. Not even going to allow the opportunity for that to take a second bounce. And you got to be aggressive here if you're Fonda and Amigorena. Iada and Lopez are maybe one of the best defensive teams in this division, if not the best team. They're going to stand in there and play these lengthy points. Fonda and Amigorena, not built for that. You're going to see them fire off some shots quicker like they did there.
Here's a backhand by Amigorena. Caught on the forehand of Iada. Rebote forehand by Fonda. Lopez from the 12 line. High to the front wall. Caught by Fonda. Powerful backhand caught down low. Rebote forehand by Iada. Caught by Amigorena. Rebote forehand to the inside. Amigorena's there. Beautiful catch off the sidewall. Rebote forehand to the inside. Lopez is there. Fonda, Costado to the inside. Lopez on the catch. Here's the backhand by Lopez. Powerfully thrown, stays to the inside. Backhand by Amigorena. Rebote saved by Fonda. Here's Lopez. Ikeda gets in there. Backhand from the 8 line. Fonda on the backhand from the 6. Rebote comes to the outside. Rebote forehand. Crossing the side wall. Great second effort. Will keep that ball in play. Ikeda stays with it, comes back to the 10 line to make the catch. Here's Amigorena. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Ikeda, forehand Rebote to the inside. Amigorena's there. Backhand 2-all, caught in the air by Ikeda. Amigorena from the 10 line. Big backhand by Lopez. Wall to wall. Rebote, split placement, caught in the air by Ikeda. Beautiful catch by Amigorena. Here's the backhand from the 11 line. Lopez is there. Rebote forehand again by Ikeda. Amigorena keeps this Rebote low, caught by Ikeda. Ikeda fakes the 2-all, drops it inside to score. Well played. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set, and the first team to win 2 sets wins the match. Amigorena takes the serve on the left side. Lopez, backhand, off the sidewall. Bullet comes back on the sidewall. Fonda's there. Rebote forehand. Here's a backhand by Ikeda. That took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Fonda and Amigorena of the Fireballs. Fonda has the serve. Here's the backhand by Amigorena. Oh, now it gets interesting. Here's a catch by Lopez. Lopez from the forehand. Here's, I know. Ball tip. 2-2. Ikeda serves.
Again, Fonda, he just has to be that active on the inside to control the pace of the game up there in the front court. I'd like to see him going for those balls, trying to be aggressive. I mean, he's very capable of making that catch.
Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's the backhand by Amigorena. Rebote left side. Amigorena wasn't there, but got there. There's the forehand return, and it scores at the side wall. 3 points for Fonda and Amigorena. Fonda has the serve for the Fireballs.
A tremendous read by Amigorena. I mean, Fonda, that was out of his reach. It was all on Amigorena to make the stop and keep the rally going. Not only did he make the catch, put it on the wall. They now lead 3-2.
Fault under serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Lopez on the backhand from the 11 line. Powerfully thrown. Amigorena, backhand from the 12. Low bullet from Lopez. Rebote coming out. Lopez on the bounce from the 11 on the right side. Backhand by Amigorena, caught by Lopez. Rebote forehand. Fonda to the inside. Backhand to the inside. Beautiful catch by Lopez. Fonda again. Backhand from the 8. Lopez from the 11. Fonda calls for the rebote. Makes the save at the side wall. Here's Iada from the 7. Amigorena's there. Backhand. Here's a backhand. Lopez saves the rebote. It's a 2-all, but it lands just wide. That's a 4th point for the Fireballs. Fonda and Amigorena. Fonda serves.
And the left side is not Iada's preferred side on that rebote. You don't mind Lopez getting in there. Just caught the sidewall first, opened up as a 2-wall, had a little too much power to stay in the court. And Fonda and Amigorena, really a different team in the second half of this season. They picked up their first win just a few weeks ago. They've been knocking on the door.
Powerful serve by Fonda. Beautiful catch and return by Lopez. Lopez takes it on the right side. Third point for the Cyclones. Iada and Lopez. Iada has the serve. Amigorena down low, backhand to the inside. Iada's there. Big backhand by Iada, caught by Amigorena. Iada calls for the rebote, sends it back to the inside. Fonda with a clutch catch. Overhead. Big right side by Lopez. There's a backhand by Lopez. That scores. Well thrown. 4-4 is the score. Iada serves for the Cyclones.
And just all power right there. Causing the miss by Amigorena. Has been pretty sure-handed there on the left side in the backcourt, just popping out of the basket.
Amigorena down low, backhand to the inside. Iada comes in to make the catch. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. Rebote for Fonda. Fonda just leaves it up. Lopez is there. Big backhand by Lopez. Another bullet. Forehand, a rebote by Fonda. Lopez adjusts, saves the rebote. Split placement. Tipped in the front court. 5-4 in favor of the Fireballs. Possible set point.
And one of the toughest things in doubles is communicating on those split placements. I mean, you just have to talk, though. I mean, that's the main part. If you communicate, the front quarter knows to let it go, and he's got his support behind him. It's tough for Iada. That ball's coming up in on him pretty quickly. He doesn't want to let it pass. That's worst case scenario, and have nobody be there. It's on the backcourt, though. Just got to call him off if you're in position.
Beautiful catch by Lopez. Such a powerful backhand. Caught and returned by Amigorena. Here's Lopez. Another bullet, wall to wall from the left side. Forehand rebote by Fonda, well played. Lopez, backhand. Amigorena with a tip ball. It is 5-5. This is set point.
And that thing was a bullet crossing the side wall deep in the backcourt. I mean, right where you want it if you're Lopez.
Few people in the world throw the ball as hard as Lopez on the left side.
You see how Amigorena just tried to really rip that one in, try to take it right off the side wall. He just couldn't do it in time. 5-5. This is the set.
Fonda picks the serve. There's the 2-all that scores.
Got him.
My, oh my. Point and set for Fonda and Amigorena. They take the first set 6-5. A minute 30 goes up on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
A great shot there by Fonda. We haven't seen him try to beat Iada net side on that 2-all, and you see he was kind of crossed up there, looking for more of a split placement. That's why you got to switch it up. Can't keep giving your opponent the same look on the 2-all. You got to mix it up. Keep the defense honest.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. Perfect time to throw it. Here we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players come back here to take their breaks in between sets and to prepare for matches. There you are with the Fireballs. See Amigorena and Fonda. Amigorena's on the right side of your screen, Fonda on the left side of your screen. Getting feedback from Duque Hernandez and Chris Cabrera.
You figure it was going to be a little bit of a tough start for Fonda and Amigorena, given the 2 new players coming into this Battle Court League. Winner back on the 15th of April. They lost this next time out against the Renegades 2 team. That's Gaucheri and Ben, one of the toughest in that group.
Yep.
And here they are against Iada and Lopez, looking for their second win to finish off the season.
It's taken them a bit to figure things out, but now that they have, solid team.
Yeah, Fonda looks a lot more comfortable throwing shots up in the front court. You see his aggressive style of play, cutting balls off. And then Amigorena, we've talked about his improvement in the backcourt over the last couple of weeks. Day by day, to figure it out. Looking good here so far. Second set ready to go. Iada and Lopez will have the serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Iada has the serve for the Cyclones. Here's the serve. We begin. Backhand by Amigorena. Lopez, beautiful catch behind the 11 line. Such a powerful backhand to the inside. Here's Amigorena. Wall to wall from the backhand. Low runner, right up the wall. Lopez is there. Rebote forehand. Iada's there. Backhand. Lopez, powerfully thrown. That's a great catch by Amigorena on the forehand. Ball tipped at the 7 line. Iada and Lopez are on the board first here in the second set. Iada serves.
Kind of died off the front wall. I mean, you can hear the sound of it. And Fonda, he was waiting for it at about the 7 line. Just had to step up to that one, try to take it in the air.
Here's a backhand by Amigorena. Rebote forehand save by Lopez. Costado, read and stopped by Lopez. Amigorena's there. Backhand from the 10. Wall to wall and out to the rebote. Rebote forehand by Iada. Fonda on the catch. Iada gets in there to make the rebote save. Here's Amigorena. A bullet of a backhand. Lopez again, blasts another one to the corner. Backhand now by Amigorena. Fonda on the forehand. Hard to the inside. Lopez for the rebote save. Rebote forehand by Iada. Here's Amigorena on the backhand. Backhand powerfully thrown by Lopez.
Oh, caught himself.
Fonda was touched with the ball coming off the front wall. That's a loss of point. 2 points for Iada and Lopez. Iada serves.
An unfortunate break. Sharp angle off the sidewall right into his ankle, shin, it looked like. Hope that Fonda's all right.
Amigorena from the 13 line to the inside. Lopez is there. Rotate forehand. That ball's missed. About the 7 line. Fonda and Amigorena on the board with a point for the Fireballs. Fonda serves.
Again, I hate to say it again, but he just took his eye off it. And common mistake for Iada up there in the front, thinking about the shot before he secured that catch. Cuts the deficit to just 1.
Beautiful catch by Lopez. That's an equally beautiful backhand. Robote's save. Lopez now from the 11 line. Robote forehand by Iada. Amigorena is there. Backhand from the 11 line. Iada calls for the Robote, gets it back. Robote's floating, saved by Amigorena. Taken on the bounce, missed on the bounce up in the front court. We're all tied up 2 points apiece. Fonda has the serve.
We've seen this the last couple of game days and talking about attacking a floating ball. I mean, that's another example right there. That one a little bit lower than we've seen. Yeah. But again, not easy. Got a lot of spin as a
you wind up going up to them and you see the guys like they're trapping it, like you see in lacrosse, where you get your sister around and trap it, and it's an entirely different feel.
Yeah. 2 unforced errors, and now we're tied up 2-2.
Juggling ruled on the catch of Lopez. That's 3 points for Fonda and Amigorena. Fonda serves.
A little bit unnatural there as he brought that cesta above his head to try to secure it, so couldn't see the juggle, but in any event, a hold. Took a lot longer to get that backhand off than we're used to seeing from Lopez.
Beautiful catch by Lopez. Backhand 2-all. Caught by Fonda. Robote forehand hits the rail just above the front wall. That's out of play. 4 points for Fonda and Amigorena.
And 4 straight points here after a 2-0 deficit. But all unforced errors. I mean, again, that one serve was pretty well placed, but Robote up in the screen. Iada missed 2 on the outside. This is well in the Cyclones' control, just letting this one slip away. Got to get this point here.
Backhand by Lopez. Excellent catch by Amigorena. Robote left side by Iada. Mid-court placement, stopped by Amigorena. Scoop attempt miss. Robote's save is not there. That is 5 points for Fonda and Amigorena. This is possible set, possible match point.
Well, hasn't been quite the defensive battle like we thought it was going to be going into it. That certainly favors Iada and Lopez. A much quicker pace seems to favor Fonda and Amigorena. And again, tough when you got a front court up there in Iada, 4th-ranked player, doesn't throw any shots from the costado, primarily right side. It just limits what you can do offensively.
Iada picked the serve, throws it wall-to-wall from the right side. Here's Fonda. He passes. Robote for Iada. Fonda aggressively from the costado, scooped up by Lopez. Lopez low and hard. Amigorena saves the Robote to the inside. Iada takes it in the air. Robote left side by Fonda, stays to the outside. Here's Lopez midcourt. Powerful throw. Amigorena, Robote save, beautifully played, stopped by Lopez. Amigorena on the forehand. Right side to the inside, Lopez is there. What a catch by Fonda coming cross court. Robote, the rebound off the back wall, played by Iada. Here's Amigorena. Amigorena over the top. That ball kicked. Iada's calling for it. He makes a 2-all save. Fonda reads it, stops it, returns to Karam with a soft touch.
That scores.
That scores. Point set in a hard-fought match, going for Fonda and Amigorena in straight sets. 6-5, 6-2.
Hard fought indeed, 6-5, 6-2. Fonda and Amigorena get the fireballs on the board to start off the game day. The final ruling, that 2-all was ruled to have touched the net prior to Iada catching it. That's a good call and the right call. 6-2. Fireballs take the opening match.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Game day scoreboard up here, 1.5 points for the Fireballs. You see these two teams competing today, rightmost in that bottom row. 5th place for the Cyclones, 6th place for the Fireballs. Not going to be making the playoffs this season. They get a chance to build towards 2024 here in these final regular season game days. We're going to hear from the winners, Jedon, Fonda, and Amigorena. Here they are, second-ranked team for the Fireballs.
All right, Fonda, Amigorena, congratulations on your second win of the season. What was the key to that victory tonight, and how can you maintain that momentum moving forward into our next season?
Thank you so very much. I think that we play good today. They don't play, I think, as well as they play other games, but we have the luck that we don't have other games, so we are very happy for this victory.
Yes, it was a pleasure to play with Miguel all this season. No, for the next season we don't know what's going to happen, but this season has been a pleasure to play with a backer like Miguel Amigorena.
Thank you.
Well, guys, again,
this victory is for one of our friends that unfortunately passed away. So a big hat to his family and to all of his friends. Yeah.
Yeah, for him.
well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens in today's game day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And up next, top-ranked singles matchup here, Inaki and Manu will compete here in singles. Inaki looking for his second win in a row, had a big win against Gosheri just this past week. Manu, 7-2, the best singles record in this top group as a backcourter. Awfully impressive for Manu, looking to finish up at 8-2 with the win. There's the serve by Manu. We begin our second match. That is an over serve to get us started. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Or Bote. Here's Manu. Takes it in the air up at the 6 line. The carom blasted in to score. Manu first up on the board here in our second match.
Manu has a way of lulling you into not knowing if he's going to throw the shot or not, because he does have a good fake on both the left side and the right side. Inaki will be watching out for that.
Inaki's backhand just does clear. Manu out there for the rebote. Inside placement on the wall. Better catch there by Inaki. Outside placement is outside the court. Inaki gets his first point. We're tied up.
It's one thing that we've seen from Manu throughout this battle court season, his desire to move whoever, and that includes Gosheri, Douglas, whoever, any of these Division I players, to move them around the court. He does it with frequency and accuracy.
Manu takes the serve off the wall. Backhand out of reach. Inaki looking for the rebote. High to the inside on the bounce. Manu controls it. There's a backhand high and hard. Back into the corner. Rebote forehand now. On a knee. Inaki makes the save. Here's Manu. Keeps it on the left side. The Costado 2 wall. Opening up to score.
I'll tell you, it's not just opening up, which is a phrase that we use when when a player throws a 2-wall, it hits the side wall, then the front wall, then the floor. When it starts angling out towards the judges, where it hits the floor and angles out, that's what we call opening up. And Manu used a really soft touch to get that to open up and out of reach of Inaki.
Manu steps back, takes this one in the air, backhand from the 11 line, passing Inaki. Looking for the rebote on the backhand, drops it to the inside. There's Manu. Backhand. Hard throw, back in the corner. Rebote forehand now. Inaki lays it up. Manu attacking up there at the 5 line. Another 2-wall, opening up and scoring. That's 3 points for Manu.
Again, you don't know where Manu's going with the ball. You really don't, and that's what you want. But what makes it unique is that he is a classically trained backcourter. And backcourter is mostly a defensive position. Lots of catching. Even the cestas are a little bit larger.
That's, I mean, exactly right, Stu. The fact that he's got the best record in this #1 group, and they're all front quarters, young, athletic. I mean,
yep,
it's quite the accomplishment here for Manu, the only backcourter in this top-ranked division. Backhand from the 10 line. Inaki ranging back behind him, makes the play overhead. His backhand clears the overhead screen. Manu on the rebote. Well, that caught the corner. Comes out to the middle of the court. Inaki now. Low and hard back inside. What a scoop by Manu. Backhand. Forehand rebote. Sticking inside on the bounce. Here's Manu. Handles up at the 9. This backhand lobbed up a little higher. Clearing the overhead screen. Inaki lays up the rebote. Manu attacking. Gets there in the air. Backhand. Blasted into the corner. Into the Chula. And it scores. 4 points for Manu.
So far, Manu is playing flawless singles. Absolutely flawless singles. And Inaki hasn't done anything wrong. Nothing.
No.
Inaki's not made one mistake. Not one. Manu is just beat him up at the front court.
2 walls, chulas, I mean, wherever. Showing you all different types of shots. Well, that backhand got away from Inaki. That kicked up on the overhead screen. 5 points for Manu. He's got a possible set point.
No, that was a mistake. Trying to get the ball past his opponent, caught the overhead screen, just out of play.
Manu pulls it in at the 11 line. High, hard throw. Inaki getting out there for the rebote. Saves it to the inside. Manu advancing up the 8 line of the backhand. Oh, cutting off the side wall. Great catch there by Inaki. Manu now back at the 11 line. Hard throw. This one kicking up and out. Rebote forehand again. This one dropping at the feet of Manu. He's in there, picks it up on the bounce. Another backhand. Cutting close to the inside. Inaki makes the save. Here's Manu now at the 10 line. Another backhand. This one right on the wall, into the corner. Rebote flicked up. Manu now at the 7 line. Another backhand. Picked off the side wall, but not held on to. Point and set. Manu takes it 6-1. Minute and a half will come back and play. Set number 2.
Inaki just with a few mistakes there, but Manu mistake-free. Court positioning was spot on, perfect. He landed every shot that he wanted to, just very well done. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently in our second of 6 scheduled matches on the day. Here we are in the ESPN 3 players cage. You see Inaki, the fireballs there, talking with members of his team.
Just incredible what Manu has accomplished in this single season. I mean, looking to get his 8th win. And all these guys, it's never an easy match in this top division. I mean,
Never.
you go out there against Gosheri, Inaki, Douglas, Zulaika. Every time you step out there on the court, you know you're going to have a tough match. And as a backcourter, too. I mean, Manu's got power to pass from anywhere, but also the shots to match. I mean, his offense has been spot on so far to begin this one. And when you play good singles, especially at this level, it's not so much as what your opponent's not doing. It's all what Manu is doing for himself out there. No chance for Inaki when Manu's playing like this. He can pass from anywhere, force him to rebote, and just ate him up in that first set.
If he wants to come back here in this next set, which he's more than capable of doing,
Right.
needs to start killing the point.
Start going Off
needs
the
to start-
rebote, taking it in the air,
Instead
whatever.
of being moved around the court, he needs to start moving Manu around the court. If he can.
Yes, a lot easier said than done. Well, very well played. See what Inaki has in store for us in set number 2. He will begin with the serve. Second set ready to go. Inaki serves to Manu. There's a serve. We begin our second set. Backhand from the 11 line. Inaki steps back, has it in the air. Trying to get this one to pass. He does. Manu on the rebote. Forehand. That's sent up into the overhead screen, and it's out of play. Inaki on the board first in our second set.
See if Inaki's able to build on the momentum of having gotten a first point. Again, played a little bit deeper there. See if that's part of a strategy or...
That serve right on the sidewall. Manu pulls it in. Here's Inaki now from the 10. Hard back in again. Another one passing. Manu on the rebote. Forehand play to the inside. Here's Inaki, the backhand. High and hard again. Manu plays this one up high off the front wall. Inaki attacks up at the 7 line. The sidearm. Karam opens
done.
up to score. Perfectly thrown. That's 2 points.
That's the aggressive style of play that Inaki's going to need to employ if he wants to beat Manu.
Taking this quick bounce, not an easy catch. Kind of floating up there, and then the Karam perfectly.
In that sidearm
Perfectly
Karam
done.
too, you hit you hit one of those sweet spots on the sidewall that are not so sweet. That ball will go 2 feet out.
Here's Manu, the backhand. Inaki couldn't get to this one, gets out there for the rebote, makes a save to the inside. Manu has it off the sidewall. Backhand passes. Rebote forehand, kicking up, past Manu, rebote. Picked up at the 7 line, Inaki into the 2 wall.
Got him.
To score. That's 3 points. Inaki serving.
Sometimes folks will look at highlight and say, well, wait a second, I just saw a set where Inaki looked like, he was just getting demolished, which he did. And now all of a sudden he's coming back. Sometimes it takes a wake-up call. Sometimes it does.
Inaki steps back, has it in the air. This one launched. Manu backpedals quickly, gets out there, turns it to the outside. What a scoop by Inaki. The Karam from the outside
Oh, so
will
well done.
score. That's 4 points for Inaki. Inaki comes back
Great
for it,
save.
lays it up high off the front wall. Manu runs under it. Forehand low and hard to the inside. There's a scoop by Inaki, the backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Manu on the rebote, drops it just above the pad. Inaki up at the 8 line, hard throw again, dropping low. Manu with a high scoop. Inside placement will score right on the side wall. Manu gets on the board here. No shutout this second set.
If you go back and you look at that particular catch and throw by Manu, you will see something that is perfectly executed. Not sure if this is it here. Could be. It is. Watch how this ball comes to the sidewall and stays on the sidewall. That's technique. That's perfect. Well done, guys.
Inaki, the backhand sent up in the overhead screen. That's 2 points now for Manu.
Yeah, Inaki really needs to avoid unforced errors here. Just build on this momentum of 4 points. He's just 2 points away from taking this to a third and decisive set.
Here's Inaki on the backhand. Hard to the inside. Pulled in there by Manu. Rotate forehand. Inaki powers it up the middle. Manu stops it again. This one low and hard. Crossing the sidewall. Inaki's there. Backhand. Into the corner. Rotate 2-wall. Not opening up enough. Inaki stops it on the outside. Low and hard. Manu's got a play on it. And he turns the Rotate. Inaki aggressively into the drop shot. Manu takes off. He's going to get up to it. Manu from the inside throws the outside placement, and it scores. 3 points for Manu. It's just a 1-point game here in this second set.
Occasionally you'll hear us talking about court positioning, a player's court positioning. And that's basically how they're reading their opponent as their opponent's throwing the ball and how they move to it. Manu just did that perfectly. See Inaki making a very good catch, dropping it inside. Not a particularly well-thrown drop shot, but Manu is right there. He read Inaki's body language and knew that he was throwing something soft to the inside.
Well, over serve. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Inaki from the left side, opens up with a backhand. Manu pulls it in. From the 11 line, trying to get this one to pass. Inaki steps back. High, hard throw. Manu backpedals quickly again. Out at the 8 line. Turn to the outside. Inaki stops it. Inaki low and hard. And it scores. 5 points. Inaki looking to push this match to a third set.
Let's see if Inaki's able to build on this. He's got 1 more point to go. Great catch here by Inaki. He scopes out. You see, when he turns his head, he's scoping out where he's cradling the ball and controlling the ball in his cesta. But in the second or so that it takes to do that, he's also able to turn his head and do what they call take a picture of who's where on the court.
In the corner, Inaki, Robote powered at the feet of Manu. The scoop is tipped. We are going to a third set here. Just a minute and a half.
A little bit of an apology there. It's Inaki knows that he got basically, not in the way intentionally, just he encroached on Manu. We don't have a rule about that. It happens. Basically, players are to give way. You make your throw and then you give way.
Said needed to change things up here in the second set, Inaki, and he certainly did from the start. Very aggressive, throwing a couple more shots, and that's what this matchup calls for. I mean, Manu's coming out aggressively. He could score from anywhere on the court from either side of his body, so you just have to start throwing some stuff, and it worked out there. 6-3, Inaki takes the second set.
Inaki getting plenty of feedback here. These fireballs are such a cohesive group. So many new to Magic City for this season. Basically all but Inaki and Jedon. Having to make the adjustment to a new court. They've done so great. They've played better and better. Look at Fonda and Amigorena taking that first set. Straight sets, or that first match in straight sets. Fireballs have really come a long way.
First time we'll be seeing both Manu and Inaki today. We'll also be seeing them later in match number 4 when Bueno and Manu take on Inaki and Cabrera. Division 3 doubles match. Inaki and Cabrera looking for a perfect double season if they can get their 10th win. Got the singles portion to decide right here. Third set coming up. First 1 to 6 will take the match. We're ready to begin set 3. Manu will serve to Inaki. Here's Manu from the 12 line. Rebote forehand pushed outside. That lands in. Manu turns it into a 2-wall. Inaki's going to get to it. Inaki low and hard to the inside will score. He's on the board first in our third and decisive set.
So someone looking at that will say, hey, wait a second. What was Manu doing? It's like Manu gave up after he... No. Basically, some players observe a little bit more professional courtesy than others. If I throw something that doesn't work and you got me dead, if you have me dead to rights is the best way to put it, no, just throw it and finish the point. That's basically what that was. We've had a couple players do it the opposite way, jumping in front of other players while they were trying. It works out much better when you politely give way. Much more safe.
Inaki there at the 11 line. The backhand opens up to the middle of the court. Here's Manu. Sidearm Karam. Oh, he got to it, just couldn't make the catch. That's going to tie things up. 1-1.
Did you see that hesitation? You see that little hesitation? He knew it was going out there. He like took a stutter step. Like, I don't know if he thought it was going to land out or he couldn't get to it. Realized he could. That was right in his cesta. Inaki joking around with Manu. Both of them have phenomenal senses of humor. I'd say Manu's is a little bit more dry than Inaki's. Inaki's just straight up funny. But hey, man, how'd you do that?
Backhand passes right in the corner. Not a lot on that rebote. Manu digs it out to the inside. There's a scoop by Inaki. Manu from the 10 line. There's a backhand. Ball to wall. Inaki tracks it down, drops it inside on the bounce. Manu picks it up. Backhand from the 11. Rebote back over the top. Manu again. One right on the wall. Spectacular catch. Inaki passes. Manu now looking for the rebote. Rebote laid up to the inside. Inaki into the costado. Inside placement. Manu caught it with one hand. There's a backhand. Into the corner. Inaki again drops it at Manu's feet. Backing up. High scoop. There's the backhand.
His catch and control is second to none.
Right on the wall. Back to the inside. Manu again. Three-wall play. Manu into the 2-wall. That is out. And I think Manu wants to challenge it because that was a heck of a combination. And he wants to see if that ball is in. Challenge has been requested. The call on the floor was out. We are in an official replay review. That was such a beautiful combination, Stu, that, you know, again, he's not going to get a point for this situation because the call was originally out, but
right.
You saw the smile. He's like, I think this ball's in.
Yeah.
It dropped at a very sharp angle. Oh, and he's going to be right. Oh, yeah, I think you can see that right there. We're going to move the camera a little bit.
The line, it's out. If none of it touches the line, now based on that view, it doesn't appear that any of it touches the line.
Yeah, it
that
is
was a pretty
in.
quick review. That's root is in, so the point will be replayed.
Point will be replayed. Manu serves. Manu serves to Inaki.
No, I didn't put up a point. Manu serves.
Manu serves.
It's replayed.
Replay of the point.
The score is 1-1. It's okay. It's 1-1.
It is 1-1. Here's Inaki from the left side. There's a backhand, wall to wall. Rebote, left side to the inside. There's a great scoop by Inaki. The backhand clears. Manu stays up there at the 7 line. Hard throw lobbed up. Here's Inaki back at the 10 line. Manu, good aggressive play. Takes it off the sidewall. Another backhand to pass. Inaki up at the 8 line. Turns it to the inside. Dropping low. There's the scoop by Manu. The backhand kicking up. Into the corner. Rebote saved by Inaki. Manu from the left side. The backhand. Into the corner. Inaki, to the inside. Got him. Inaki takes a 2-1 lead here in this third set.
Players smiling at each other with respect. Inaki out-Manu'd Manu.
Manu from the
the
11
backhand.
line, backhand to the outside. Right time to throw it. That lands in to score.
There's one guy on this roster that throws it with that degree of accuracy, and that's him, Manu. Backhand to the outside. You have to have such control. There's a few guys who think they can do it, but there's one guy who can't.
Rebote forehand, straight to the outside. Inaki on the bounce. Low and hard, back inside. The scoop attempt missed. Inaki takes the lead at 3-2. Rebote forehand, Inaki over the 8 line, puts it on the wall. Manu has it. Right into the corner. Inaki high off the front wall. Manu attacking over the 6 line. Ooh, to the outside. That caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. 4 points for Inaki.
Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the 3rd and decisive set. First to 6 points will win this match.
Dropped into the corner. Inaki lays it up to the inside on the bounce. Manu gets in there on the forehand. Hard throw. Passing again. Inaki set up at the 8 line. Drops it to the inside. Manu with a great catch. Backhand. Passes. Inaki into the 2 wall. Just above the pad.
Catch.
Manu gets there before the second bounce. Low and hard on the forehand. That scores. 3 points for Manu. Just a 1-point set here.
Manu is in perfect positioning to make this catch. Look, a nice shot by Inaki. Doesn't open enough. Manu makes the catch, scopes it out. Boom. Passing Inaki to the inside. Beautifully done.
Rebote, forehand. Kept to the inside on the bounce. Inaki going for the scoop. Could not make it. "4-4 is the score. Manu serves.
How quickly he came back. First one to 6 points is going to win this match.
Manu gets out there for the rebote. Karam rebote off his footing. Oh, Inaki got to it, gets it off in time, avoided the net, drops it inside.
The floater at the
floating
sidewall,
on the
man.
wall to score. 5 points for Inaki. He's got a possible set and a possible match point.
So folks out there saying, how does that guy who makes these spectacular catches miss that ball that looked like it was going about 2 miles an hour? That's the floater. That ball is coming slow, and the slow balls are sometimes the most difficult to catch.
Forehand rebote coming out to the middle of the court. Here's Manu. On the forehand, 3-wall play. That lands in. Inaki with a save. Manu with the scoop. The drop shot into the pad. Point, set, and match. A hard-fought match going to Inaki. Again, 3 sets, taking the final one, 6-4. Fireballs with all 2.5 points on the game day so far. Doubles win by Fonda to Amigorena. Then Inaki comes back, winning that one in 3 sets. 6-3, 6-4, taking the final 2. Up next, we'll keep it here in singles, 3rd division. Carbo against Amigorena. Take a look here, 2.5 points. Or the Fireballs in their final regular season game day tomorrow. We will have the Cyclones and the Chargers. That will complete the spring 24 Battle Court regular season. And then this upcoming Friday, Stu, don't have to wait all too long. We get our first semifinal underway. The playoffs begin this Friday, one semifinal, 7 p.m. on the 10th. Our second semifinal is on Sunday, May 12th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Great start to this game day between the two teams on the outside looking in. Inaki gets his 2nd singles win in a row. Goes Sherry and now Manu. Here he is, Inaki for the Fireball.
All right, Inaki, congratulations on winning that match. 2 wins in a row to close out your season. How confident are you that you can keep this up heading into the Fall 24 season a few months from now?
Bueno, la cosa es que siempre nos quedamos con los ganados, ¿no? He ganado 2, pero he tenido un montón de sets que he perdido por un tanto.
Well, the thing is that I have won a bunch of sets, but there have been so many that I just lost for only 1 point.
So, si aquel tanto hubiera caído a favor, pues la historia sería diferente. Pero
If it would have been just 1 point to my favor, the history would be different.
No ha sido, el récord es el que es y bueno, contento por ganar hoy.
The record is what it is, and I'm happy to win against Manu.
Para ganar la Manu hay que jugar, la verdad que muy bien.
And to win against Manu, you have to be playing really, really well. Well, again, Inaki, congratulations on winning that match. See what else happens.
Thank you so much.
And up next, 3rd division singles matchup here, Amigorena and Carbo. Go at it. Carbo winless in this singles season. Amigorena just 1 win, 1-3. That came against Urbieta of the Devils. We're ready to go here with match number 3, Carbo and Amigorena.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match. Carbo will have the serve for the Cyclones. Bote forehand by Carbo, stopped by Amigorena. Amigorena from the forehand to the inside. Carbo. A ball hit the pad, and the pad is bad. First point for Amigorena and the Fireballs. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Ball missed to the inside. 2 points for Amigorena. He serves for the Fireballs.
And trying to run around that serve and take it on the forehand. Also, no look back behind him. We've seen him do that in some practices. And game speed, a little bit harder to pull off that combination off the catch.
That's another over serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Carbo from the forehand, hard to the inside. Here's a rebote left side by Amigorena. Carballo keeps it on the forehand. Low and hard. Amigorena, laser-like focus on that ball to make the return. Robote forehand by Carballo. Awkward bounce will score. Carballo's on the board with a point. He serves.
Yeah, certainly was. Kicking up very high up in front of Amigorena's face. He's probably thinking about taking that one waist or shoulder level. That one kicked up above his head. Yeah, gets Carballo up on the board. Bit of a slow start for Carballo, moving wildly out there, and on that rebote attempt and off the serve that he missed, which is not usually a good sign. We'll see if he can lock back into this one.
Excellent catch by Amigorena off a powerful serve by Carballo. Robote, the rebound off the back wall. Play it high and inside. A little too high. That's out of play. 3 points for Amigorena. The Fireballs. He has the serve.
He sometimes gets in these modes where he's more worried about throwing the ball as hard as he can and making the spectacular catch as opposed to just playing the game and keeping the ball in play, catching one more than his opponent, all the cliches and simple things that you really want to do to have success in the sport. I mean, you're seeing it so far. Missed serve, took his eye off it, Robote with one hand, and then that one well in the overhead screen.
Robote left side. Here's a catch by Carballo. He winds up. Drop shot. Drops too short. That's 4 points for Amigorena. Amigorena has the serve for the Fireballs.
Yeah, that's an example of what you're talking about. I mean, realistically, you want to get some points on the board here, and a drop shot definitely is changing things up from behind the 8 line. But, I mean, it goes to reason. You don't even have to know that much about our sport. The further back you are, the softer you throw it, the less likely it is to hit the front wall.
Right.
Here's a backhand by Amigorena. Robote to the inside. Carballo makes a beautiful save. What a catch by Amigorena. Backhand from the 9 line. Carballo looks for the Robote. Amigorena from the 7 line. Inside he goes. Carballo one-handed grab and the backhand from the 9 line. Robote. 2-all. Not opening. Stopped by Carballo. Carballo powerfully from the forehand. Scooped up beautifully, perfectly by Amigorena. Here's Carballo. Backhand from the 8. Amigorena from the 11. Backhand. Powerfully thrown, and Carballo's there. Carballo touched the overhead screen. That's out of play. 5 points for Amigorena. Possible set point.
Well, another one. Just trying to power that forehand overhead and losing sight of where that overhead screen is, catching a piece. But Amigorena, I mean, throwing some shots, moving Carballo around, but hasn't had to work all too hard for these points. 5-1, looking to take this opening set.
Carballo from the forehand, powerfully to the front wall. Amigorena's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Robote coming to the forehand. Robote forehand. Beautiful scoop by Amigorena. Here's the backhand, dropping low on the back to a Chula to score. That is point and set to Amigorena. Winning that first set, 6-1. Minute 30 goes on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set. My, oh my. So Amigorena, who struggled throughout the beginning of this 2024 spring season, has played better week by week without looking back. Like when we look at Ubia, for instance. Ubia had, when he started doing well, he had a couple steps back, a couple steps forward, a couple steps back. Not Amigorena. Amigorena has just, it's
linear path up.
It's just been, a linear path up, no question about it.
You see there the Chula. Yeah, doing that salute, because sometimes, especially on this court, it's hard to find that spot where it just dies. And we saw Manu do it. And
you can throw it towards it.
Yeah.
You can throw it in the general direction, vicinity. You know, throw it high over your opponent's head, have it drop low in the backcourt, and hopefully hit that sweet spot between the floor and back wall that makes it die. But actually throwing it with any degree of consistency here at Magic City is next to impossible. It happens.
And sometimes you see it actually more towards the middle of the court as opposed to back in the corner where you typically want those backhands to drop. Manu was able to do it in the singles match, and then Amigorena puts one up the middle to end it 6-1.
There you see Carballo sitting solo, which is typically what he does. He sometimes gets feedback. Other times he's more
Oh, he knows.
Contemplative and just likes to,
Yeah.
you know, he's got Bueno in his ear right there. Amigorena just staying locked in and focused.
Yeah, I mean, a player of his caliber, not much to say after, you know, a set like that. Just got to regroup and come out here for set number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next set. Carbo will have the serve. Robote forehand is up, caught by Amigorena. Backhand from the 8 line, powerfully thrown. Low to the back wall, Carballo's there. Amigorena, good focus on the ball, hard to the inside, it scores. Oh, Andrew, I need to score. Amigorena, yeah. See on the replay there, Carballo going to that. He likes to slide into it. It's a habit, vestigial, I think, from his baseball career. Beautiful catch by Carballo. Powerful forehand. Robote's save on the forehand of Amigorena. Here's Carballo midcourt. Blasted hard to the inside, and Amigorena is there. Backhand caught by Carballo. Carballo powerfully from the forehand. Robote left side. Scoop. Drop shot. Amigorena takes off, gets there, flips it back. This ball's in play. Carballo's got it.
Yeah.
Missed the Robote. Such good effort by both players to try to make that play. Amigorena has 2 points.
Yeah, good smart throw. Just got to get something to pass Carballo. Drops off the back wall at a pretty sharp angle. That's a tough one to dig out. But see here again on the drop shot, just kind of flicked it up there, going through the motions. And that 3-wall play. Killed the speed off the sidewall, the back wall, and trying to make a great effort on that Robote. Just coming up short.
Carballo keeps it on the forehand at the 13 line. Big right side. Here's Amigorena from the 11. Backhand. Goes off the tip of Carballo's cesta. That's 3 points for Amigorena and the Fireballs. He has the serve.
This is the case in all other sports, too. You want to stay on your 2 feet, if at all possible. Carballo leaping a little bit early, mistimed the catch. Never want to be caught in the air if you don't have to be.
Big right side by Carballo again. This one passes. Robote left side with control by Amigorena. Robote forehand. Save is made by Amigorena. Carballo winds up inside. Robote forehand save does not clear the overhead screen. That's a point for Carballo. He has the serve for the Cyclones.
Well, first point for Carballo, and the first throw that he's taken a little bit off of it on that forehand. He doesn't need all the power that he has to pass consistently.
Carballo plays better. A controlled Carballo plays better.
I said that one not close to the overhead screen, passing easily and setting up that point. That could be a sign that things are turning here because, I mean, we've played what?
100%.
11 points now in this match, and that's the first one where he actually been a little bit of thought that went into the throw. I think Carballo maybe back into this one here, see if he can come back in this second set. It's a good serve.
That serve will score as an ace. 2 points for Carballo. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Carballo's a confidence-driven player, a streaky player. He just needs to see one go in the basket or make one spectacular catch, and he could be off to the races. Maybe that serve is just what he needed. Only down 1 point here after being down 3-0 just a few moments ago.
We are tied up at 3-3.
Off the ace by Carballo. He serves.
It's coming in hard, crossing the sidewall high, deep in the backcourt. Perfect. Just absolutely perfect for Carballo there.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Powerful backhand by Amigorena. Rebote, forehand. Catch made at the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote to the inside. Carballo's there. Amigorena fine catch. Powerful backhand. Amigorena keeps it on the right side at the 8 line. Low and hard to the inside. Carballo's there. Scoop by Amigorena. Carballo makes the catch in the air. Powerful throw to the inside. What a scoop by Amigorena. Got around Carballo to make the catch. Rebote left side. Caught by Carballo. Amigorena to the inside. Carballo with the scoop.
My.
He's up and makes the return. Beautifully played. 2-all. Does not open up. Stopped by Carballo. What
my
a catch
goodness,
by
right
Amigorena. Carballo to the inside will score. Such a beautifully played point by both players. Carballo leads 4-3.
A lot of good signs here now for Carballo. I mean, the serve got him back into this set, and then that spectacular catch. He said, Stu, it doesn't take much to refocus Carballo.
No.
And that type of catch right there, windshield wiper scoop, beautifully done. Love to see that by Carballo. Take another look at this. Hard to the inside. Look at that. Breaks the wrist, catches it about a line behind him, and gets it off in time. And then back on the wall. Just missed by Amigorena. Well, what a comeback here for Carballo now. Leading in this second set.
Excellent catch by Amigorena off a hard serve by Carballo. Rebote forehand by Carballo. Here's Amigorena. Drop shot. Scores on the second bounce. 4-4 is the score. Amigorena serves for the Fireballs.
No, we haven't seen the drop shot from the Costado of Amigorena. Shoulder level throw from the left side of the player's body. He can throw the 2-wall, the drop shot, split placement, outside placement. But the main thing it does is your opponent has to respect that you can throw those shots, keeps the defense honest. You can't commit until Amigorena throws it. Just unable to get there before the second bounce on that drop shot.
Powerful serve by Amigorena. Here's Carballo. Amigorena from the 10 line. Drop shot, my oh my. 2 bounces ruled before the catch was made. That gets Amigorena to 5 points and a possible match point.
You know, Carballo baits people into throwing the ball hard back to him to allow for those spectacular catches. Amigorena, I mean, you see how deep he is. His first step is back, and he's already at the 12 line. So what do? Make sure you hit the front wall. That's certainly high enough. And even still, yeah, got the second bounce before Carballo could get up to it. And he's one of the fastest guys on the roster. So if he can't get up to it, don't think you're going to see anybody get up to it in time. Very well done by Amigorena. Hope he can keep this to straight sets.
Beautiful catch by Amigorena off a hard thrown ball by Carballo. Rebote for Carballo. 2-all. Stopped by Amigorena on the forehand. Hard to the inside in passing. That will score for the win. Point, set, and a hard-fought match going for Amigorena in the Fireballs, taking it in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4.
Great match there for Amigorena, getting his second win in singles on this season, his opening season of play in Battle Court. Coming up next, A chance for Inaki and Cabrera to complete a perfect double season. Their opponents, Bueno and Manu. This is going to be a good one in the third division in about 2 minutes. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
pitch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. Take a look at that game day scoreboard now. 3.5 points for the Fireballs. 1 win away from a game day win to close out their regular season. And you see now just 1.5 points separating these two teams. The Fireballs can finish ahead of the Cyclones at the end of this regular season. But first, we're going to hear from Amigorena, second win in singles this year.
All right, Amigorena, congratulations on winning that match. Carbo has one of the most unique styles in this division. What was the key to slowing him down and getting this victory?
For this match, for this game, I feel comfortable since the beginning. I play very good first set. The second one I start good, but Carbo is a good player and he played good. But at the end, I get the last 2 points and I get the victory. So very happy.
Well, Amigorena, again, congratulations on winning that match. See what else happens in today's game day.
Thank you, and let's go Fireballs.
And up next, third division doubles matchup. You've got Inaki and Cabrera taking on Bueno and Manu. Inaki and Cabrera coming to this one 9-0, perfect. In this spring 24 regular season, Bueno and Manu pretty close to perfect. Just 2 losses here, a record of 6-2 coming into this one. Inaki won the first matchup between he and Manu. See what happens here in the second. There's a serve, we begin. Backhand to the inside, picked off the sidewall by Bueno. Low runner, here's Inaki. That's into the overhead screen and out of play, first point. This fourth match goes to Bueno and Manu.
Again, Inaki trying to get it there, as so many players do, over his opponent's heads. And in that case, they're flirting with the overhead screen and hits the overhead screen, which is out of play.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Bueno. Wall to wall, rebote. Inaki drops it to the inside on the bounce. Here's Manu. From the corner, high hard backhand lobbed up on the wall. Cabrera pulls it in. Manu steps up to this one, the backhand, hard throw again. Picked off the sidewall. Cabrera from the 12 line. Drops between the Cyclones. Manu lays up the rebote. Forehand rebote for Bueno. Got that one out of reach of Inaki. Here's Cabrera from the backcourt advancing. Rebote forehand. Bueno lays it up. Ooh, that's kicking up. High scoop made by Cabrera. Manu now from the 10 line. That is right on the wall. Well placed. 3 walls. Inaki comes back for it. Bueno couldn't get there. Here's Manu. From the 10 line. Puts it back over the top. Inaki lets that one pass to the backcourt. Cabrera. Low runner to the inside now for Manu. Backhand. Picked off the sidewall. Great catch by Cabrera. Manu reaching low. There's a backhand. High and hard. Cabrera steps out of the way. Inaki with the forehand rebote. Bueno Thought about it. Lets it pass to Manu again. Back over the top. The ball
Tipped.
missed. That's 2 points for Bueno and Manu.
Yeah, unforced errors always an issue here in Jai-Alai. And again, when you're only looking at 6 points to win a set, they really add up quickly.
Backhand to the inside. Here's Bueno. Good catch in the air. Oh, Cabrera has it off the floor. The backhand, that's launched a little too high in the overhead screen. That's out of play. 3 straight for Bueno and Manu.
Again, just like Inaki earlier, you're looking to get that ball back and over your opponent's heads, but you got to keep the overhead screen in mind.
Ball runner to the inside. That scoop by Manu. Backhand. High and hard. Picked off by Cabrera. Bueno up at the 6 line. Oh, Inaki comes flying in there to make the catch. This is on the wall. Manu pulls it in. Backhand from the 10 line. Hard throw. Cabrera out of the way. Inaki on a knee. Turns the rebote. Bueno attacking. Up at that 2 line. Put it inside. Cabrera has it right off the sidewall. Another backhand. Stopped by Manu. Manu now from the 10. Wall to wall. Rebote laid up to the inside. Bueno couldn't get there. Here's Manu back at the 11. Cabrera now keeps it on the left side. Oh, Bueno thought about it again. Manu scoops it up. This one coming up the middle. Inaki out there for the rebote. Hard to the inside. Manu runs around it. Keeps it on the left. Here's Manu now. Back beyond the 12 line. This one kicking up. Cabrera advancing on it, the backhand. Launching into the corner, picked off the sidewall. What a catch there by Manu. Cabrera, softer touch. Bueno again. Gonna let that one pass. Manu handles in the corner. Cabrera with the backhand to the inside, backing up. Manu scooped it up. Big bouncer. Manu back there in the corner from the 13 line. Hard throw. High off the front wall. Cabrera out of the way again. Inaki lays up the rebote from the left side. Manu up at the 10. Backhand. Lobbed up. Dropped in the corner. Right on the wall. All Inaki can do with it. Here's Bueno up at the 6 line. Low and hard again. Here's Inaki to scoop it up in the front court.
What a
Manu
catch.
plucks it from the sidewall. There's a backhand. Cabrera now. Bueno thought about it. Comes to Manu on the bounce. Back there beyond the 13 line. This is lobbed up again. Inaki takes it in. Hard throw. Wall to wall. On the wall. Bueno flicks it up. Passing the front quarter. Cabrera with a tough scoop in the back court. Bueno again. This one a little lower. Cabrera keeps it on the left side. The backhand. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno high and hard. Inaki comes back for the rebote. Drops it to the inside. Oh, that is on the wall and missed. Inaki and Cabrera get on the board here in our opening set.
Yeah, there'll be no shutout here.
Manu backing up. What control there on the forehand. High off the front wall. That just does clear. Inaki in the middle of the court on the forehand. High and hard. Here's Manu from the 11 line. Wall to wall. Rebote. Forehand. Laid up. Manu now from the left side, the backhand, powered, caught off the sidewall. Here's Cabrera. Right on the wall. Manu out of the way. Bueno lays up the rebote. Inaki has it overhead. Just going to pass with the backhand. Manu now set up and makes the return. Inaki, outside placement, scoop by Bueno. Bueno's 2-wall opens up wide to score.
Done.
Bueno and Manu lead 4-1.
Bueno showing tremendous control, throwing that 2-all. Perfect shot to throw at just the right time. Manu doing the bulk of the work in the backcourt here for the Cyclones.
Cabrera keeps this one on the left side. Hard backhand. Step by Manu. Manu now from the 11 line. Passing from the left side. Inaki set up at the 8. Drops the rebote. Manu's feet backing up. Makes the scoop. One just does clear. Cabrera out of the way. Inaki with the forehand rebote. Bueno attacking up at the 5 line. Hard to the inside. What a catch by Inaki. Right on the tip. Cabrera takes this one off the sidewall. The backhand dropping low. Bueno's there. Bueno from the 8. Low runner. Stopped by Inaki. Inaki. Back to Manu now. Bueno cuts it off in the middle of the court. Back over the top to the inside. Cabrera handles it on the bounce. Manu steps up. Takes it in at the 11 line. What a catch there by Cabrera now. Comes out to the middle of the court. Bueno. Manu reaching back behind him, pulls it in at the 13 line. Trying to get it on the sidewall, Cabrera. Back to Bueno now. Bueno from up at the 9 line. Cabrera again. It's it on the wall. Bueno's there. Good catch back behind him. This one kicks out to the middle of the court. Inaki on the forehand. Right into the corner. Manu standing in perfect position, takes it in the air. Inaki keeps the pressure on. Up at the 8 line, the backhand. Stopped by Manu. Manu now from the 12 line. There's Cabrera. Manu with the 13. Hard throw. Tries to drop it between them. Inaki steps back. Wall to wall now for Inaki. Here's the rebote. Bueno. To the inside, Inaki. Just going to pass with it again. Setting up another rebote here by Bueno. This one up at the 6 line. Manu takes it off the sidewall from the 12 line. Hard throw. Cabrera thought about it. Lets it come out to Inaki up there in the front court. Manu attacking on the bounce up at the 10. King clears, passing. Inaki on the rebote. Manu now on the forehand from the 12 line. High off the front wall again. 3-wall play. Inaki set up for it. Drops it to the inside on the bounce. Manu reaches way up high. Controls it. Powerful forehand. Picked off by Cabrera. Manu now from the 11. This is right on the wall. Inaki aggressive call. Turns the rebote. Bueno attacking. Couldn't get there. And it's scored.
Dropped.
Floating right on the wall. That's 2 points for Inaki and Cabrera.
Again, we saw that happen to Manu in singles. Ball was floating at the side wall. Just could not make a play.
Backhand from the 12 line. Picked off there by Bueno. Bueno at the 8. Kicking up. Cabrera reaches up overhead to pull it in. On the bounce, Bueno attacking. Stops up at the 7, low and hard to the inside. Cabrera's there. This one dropping low. Manu scooped it up. Cabrera from the left side again. Manu
What
up the
catch.
wall, and he comes down with the ball. There's the backhand. Cabrera pulls it in again. On the 12th line, hard to the inside. Manu. Backhand. Right on the numbers. Better catch by Cabrera. This one launched out of reach. Bueno backpedals into position up at the 7 line. Turns it past Inaki. Here's Cabrera from the backcourt. There's Manu going up back at the 13 line. Hard throw again. Cabrera. Drops it to the inside. Here's Bueno coming cross court to cut it off. Manu not going to let that ball come out. Reaching back behind him in the corner. Right between the fireballs. Inaki has the rebote on the back end. Here's Manu now, middle of the court from the 12 line, right over Inaki on the wall. Better catch here at the 10 line. Call for Inaki to take it. Here's Bueno attacking now from the left side, up at the 7 line, the backhand, wall to wall. Comes shooting out. Inaki lays it up. Bueno looking for it again on the inside of the 8. On the backhand to pass. Inaki left side Robote. Manu going up forward at the 11 line, outside placement. Inaki stops it on the bounce. Inaki low and hard. Manu running around it in position and has the Robote. Big bounce. Cabrera handles on the outside. Big backhand. Manu getting out there. Calls him off on the Robote, but dropped it in the pad. A well-played point. That goes to the Fireballs. Just a 1-point deficit now. Inaki and Cabrera serve.
Inaki read the placement of Manu's first shot very well, went to the outside and stopped it. And Cabrera got back to the outside himself very well.
Backhand from the inside. Here's Cabrera. Scoop is tipped. 4-4 is the score. Fireball serve. Backhand to the inside. Picked off by Cabrera. Here's Cabrera from the left side. Manu from deep in the backcourt. Manu now. High off the front wall, drops between the Fireballs. Inaki in position, turns the Robote. That caught the sidewall. Bueno comes cross court. Inside placement.
Oh, wow.
Contact between the backcourters. Cabrera comes up with it. Here's Bueno back over the top. Inaki cuts it off on the inside. Hard throw on the wall. Robote. Forehand. Bueno tracks it down. Puts it inside. Cabrera advancing on it. Backhand. Manu leaping in the corner, not going to let that ball come out. Inaki lays it up on the bounce. Here's Manu coming in from the backcourt at the 9 line. Placement off the sidewall. Cabrera handles it. Manu now from the 11. Cabrera stops another one. Bueno gets involved, cuts it off of the 8 line. The backhand clears both Fireballs. Inaki looking forward on the backhand, drops it inside. Manu on the forehand, over the top. No play for Inaki. Here's Cabrera. Back at the 12 line, hard to the inside. Bueno reaching low to cut it off. Clearing the overhead screen. Will kick off the sidewall. Inaki handles comfortably.
Beautiful catch.
Great catch here by Manu. Another backhand. A little closer to the sidewall. Cabrera still there. Bueno rips it off the sidewall. Back to the left side of Cabrera. Cabrera drops this one low. Bueno again. Involved up in the front, wall-to-wall on the return. Inaki forehand Robote. Trying to pass Manu on the inside, makes the catch in the air. Robote now, the forehand over the top. Bueno comes cross-court to cut it off again. Middle court placement. Cabrera stops it. High and hard. Back into the corner, Manu backing up. Quick bounce catch on the forehand. He comes over the top. And trying to bounce it over Inaki. Successfully does so. Here's Cabrera from the backcourt. Scoop by Manu. Bueno on the inside, back in the 7 line, passing. Robote over the top, crossing, dropping. Manu comes away with it. Inaki gets in there for the Robote, dropping it inside on the bounce. Manu reaches up high on the forehand to control it. He'll kick off the sidewall. Here's Cabrera now, the backhand. Stopped by Manu. Manu over the top. Trying to bounce it over Inaki. Does so again. Here's Cabrera from the backcourt. Bueno reaching up high. Backhand to the inside for Cabrera. Bueno again. Back to the left side of Cabrera. Trading throws here. Cabrera from the 11 line. Drops it between them. Bueno alone for the rebote. Makes the save. On the bounce, Cabrera had to scoop it up. He made the play. Manu over the top again. Inaki from the left side. Takes Manu out of the way. Bueno alone for the rebote to the outside.
Placement.
The right
Wow.
time to mix it in. Bueno and Manu jump out ahead 5-4. They have a possible set point.
I knew a guy once, also named Bueno, also who wore 22, who was fond of the outside placement, threw it a little differently than this,
Yeah.
but threw it at just the right time.
Yeah, look at Inaki, though. I mean, you see, first step back to the inside, not expecting the shot off the rebote. Bueno kind of under the radar, having one of the better seasons of any battle court player, even for this Cyclones team who struggled. Cabrera from the left side. Oh, Manu, what a catch back behind him on the forehand, high off the front wall. This is cutting inside again, right on the numbers. Tough save by Inaki. Here's Bueno attacking up at the 6 line. Hard throw back over the top. There's Inaki coming cross court. Powerful backhand. Bueno now tracks down the rebote and passes from the right side. Well done. Manu jumping back behind him, stops it at the 12. Back to the inside. Here's Cabrera. On the bounce now, Manu backing up, scooped it up. And right in the corner, rebote dropped to the inside. Manu controls another one. It's time from the 11 line over the top. Beats Inaki to the inside. Cabrera from the backcourt. Bueno, good catch up at the 8 line, the backhand. Out of reach of Cabrera. Inaki alone for the rebote. Here's Manu back over the top. Ooh, that sticks on the wall. Cabrera goes up. Great control back at the 13. This one dropping now. Bueno gets involved, cuts it off. Hard throw again. Back to Cabrera. Manu now from the 12 line. Puts it inside. Cabrera with a great catch. Hard backhand right on the wall. Manu out of the way. Bueno, forehand rebote. Inaki attacking straight outside. Stops on the bounce by Bueno. Bueno low and hard. Cabrera gets there before the second bounce. Here's Manu now from the left side. Another backhand, powerfully thrown. Taken in the air by Cabrera. Nice positioning. Bueno, fake the outside placement, put it over the top. Cabrera handles it again. Sudden cutting inside for Manu. Manu again. This one passing Inaki, early call. This one just does clear the overhead screen. Back over the top. Cabrera, tip ball on the wall. Point and set. Bueno and Manu take it 6-4. Put a minute and a half up on the board, come back and play set number 2.
That was quite a set. So realistically, you'd like to see players throwing kill shots. But one thing that's important to always keep in mind is, one, they're not just competing for honors to be awarded here at the World Jai-Alai League, but they also earn a living based on winning. There's a base salary that does exist, but if you start whipping balls off the court and into the overhead screen, and you do that over the course of a couple game days, it's very possible to walk out with 0 prize money. So sometimes players get in the habit of catching and throwing, and they become basically just risk averse. And that's what we saw there. We saw Bueno changing things up beautifully with that outside placement. There he is, sitting solo on the front bench. Again, that outside placement was just beautifully executed by Bueno. And that first set goes to the Cyclones.
Talked about Inaki and Cabrera. I mean, undefeated. Can't get much better than that, but Bueno and Manu, second best record in this 3rd division. 6-2 right now, looking for their 7th win. They'll also be playing tomorrow against Zuleika and Bradley of the Chargers. We're ready to begin. Set number 2. Inaki and Cabrera at the serve. There's a serve. Our second set is underway. Manu on the backhand. Here's Cabrera from the left side. Holding by Bueno there at the 9 line. Bote picked off the sidewall. Great catch by Manu. The backhand lobbed up. Passing Cabrera on the wall. Inaki has the rebote. Bueno attacking again. Up at the 7 line. Just down to reach Cabrera. Inaki gets back in there. Opening up to the middle of the court. Here's Manu now. On the right side, over the top. Big bouncer. Controlled by Cabrera. Manu from the 12 line. Inside, here's Cabrera. Here's Cabrera again. This one a little bit harder. It's only can behind it. Coming out to the rebote. Bueno makes a save. Cabrera again. On the left side, this one dropping low on the bounce. Manu backing up, scooped it up, avoids the back wall and gets it off in time. Back over the top. Here's Manu again. From deep in the backcourt, high off the front wall. Big bounce. Settling there at the 13 line, Cabrera. Here's Manu now. Just beyond the 11 line, hard to the inside. On the wall, here's Rebote. Inaki made the save. Manu again from the 11 line. Hard throw back over the top. What a scoop by Inaki. There's the backhand. Rebote, left side. Bueno caught the corner. Inaki has it on the forehand, opens up for the carom. That lands in to score. Inaki Cabrera on the board first in our second set.
As we saw earlier, Inaki needs to see a couple shots land in to start self-reinforcing, throwing shots and killing the ball. He's more than capable of doing it on both the right side and the left side.
Manu from the 11 line, the backhand. Picked off by Cabrera. This one dropping a little lower. Manu has it off the side wall. Cabrera from the left side of the backhand. Dropping a little lower. Manu steps up to it. Up at the 11. Hard to the inside again. Here's Cabrera. Keeps it on the left side. Manu gets up to it. This one right on the wall. Early call for Inaki. He drops it to the inside on the bounce. Here's Manu. Softer touch. Here's Manu stepping up to the 10 line to bring it in the backhand. Reaching back behind him. Great catch by Cabrera. Manu comes away with it. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. Pulled in here by Manu. Backhand to the inside again. Cabrera from the 10 line. Bueno backs up, cuts it off. His backhand coming up the middle. They're out of the way. Inaki left side rebote. Manu puts it right on the wall. Cabrera ducks. Inaki plays rebote, keeps it going. Right on the inside. Catch by Manu, the backhand. Cabrera steps up at the 10 line. Hard throw. Manu on the hop, pulls another one in. Cabrera will run to the inside. Here's Bueno up at the 8. Backhand. Out to the rebote. Saved on the left side of Inaki with a big bounce. Here's Manu from the inside. Back over the top. Inaki, good control. Forehand rebote to the inside. Dropping again. Here's Inaki. Makes a save. Bueno attacking. Up at the 7 line. Opens up for the carom. Inaki stops it on the bounce. Inaki opens up for the 2 wall. That's missed by Bueno on the outside. 2 points for the Fireballs.
Yeah, Bueno's been playing frustration-free Jai-Alai. Court positioning's been excellent. Placement of the ball, shot selection, it's been all on top. Just there, about 2 inches off.
Horrible heavy kick off the sidewall. Manu handles. Cabrera from the 11 line puts it inside. There's Bueno. Flying catch here by Inaki. Wall to wall now. Manu out of the way. Bueno alone for the rebote. Turns it on the right side. Passing Cabrera. Wonky. Rebote coming out. Inaki just lays it up. Manu now from the forehand. 12 line. Drops between the fireballs. Inaki waiting for the rebote. Manu over the top again, trying to bounce it up over Inaki. He does so, gets it to Cabrera in the back. This one right on the wall. Great catch by Manu, the backhand. On the hop, Inaki up the wall and down with the ball, the backhand, just as Claire. Bueno looking for it up at the 5 line, turns it powerfully to the inside. Cabrera turns the rebote in the backcourt. Manu, long costado, dropping, that's out. 3 points for Inaki and Cabrera.
I mean, it's a dangerous strategy. It's like we see with the Renegades and Arats, you know, continually placing it in doubles to the inside when Arats is back there is not a winning strategy. It's just not. Pretty much well the same thing here with Manu. Waiting for him to miss a ball, given he has missed 2 on the floaters, is just, it's just not a winning strategy.
Going hard to the inside, taken on the bounce by Cabrera. Backhand from the 12 line. This one lobbed up, pulled in by Cabrera. Backhand coming up the middle. Manu runs around it, keeps it on the left side. The backhand high off the front wall, gets it into the backcourt. Rebote, good save there by Bueno. Ooh, Inaki on the bounce, just missed it.
Inaki may have been a little too comfortable with his court positioning, perhaps thinking about what he was going to do when he got the ball. But that ball just was right there. He obviously could have caught it because it hit his cesta. Just bounced away from it.
No shutout here in this second set. Bueno Manu on the board with the point. Underserve, second serve coming up. That is another underserve, a double fault. That's going to give Inaki and Cabrera 4 points and the serve. On the bounce, here's Manu reaching up high, controls it at the 11 line. The backhand, just out of reach. Inaki on a knee, lays it up to the middle of the court. Bueno thought about it, pulled the cesta away. Here's Manu. Manu reaching up high, great catch. Back over the top. We're waiting for it. Oh, it's right on the wall and scoring. 2 points for Bueno and Manu. Backhand to the inside. Bueno comes cross court, makes the catch, powers the backhand out of reach. Forehand rebote, dropped over the top. No play for Bueno. Here's Manu from the 11 line. Over the top, on the inside, on the wall. Good catch by Inaki there. He passes. Bueno comes back for it. On a knee, he turns the rebote. Cabrera from the left side, wall to wall. Bueno lays it up. Inaki from the left side into the 2-wall. Bueno stops it on the outside. Bueno, hard throw. Juggled by Cabrera. That will be 3 points for Bueno and Manu.
Look, the Cyclones are creeping, but they're creeping back. Inaki and Cabrera got to get 2 points on the board here and force the third set if they want to stay in this.
Forehand rebote. Bueno on a knee, avoids Inaki. This one comes out to the middle of the court. Cabrera from the left side. Powerful throw. On the hot, Manu brings it in. Backhand. High off the front wall. Clearing the overhead screen. Rebote forehand. Back over the top. Here's Manu. Oh, what a catch there by Inaki. Right on the side wall. The backhand passes. Bueno looking forward on the return. He makes a save coming out to the middle of the court. Cabrera on the left side of the backhand. Stopped by Manu now. Manu from the 12. Hard to the inside, pulled in, there's Cabrera. Bueno getting involved, comes cross court, the backhand just out of reach. Inaki alone for the rebote. This one comes back up the middle. Manu stops it at the 11 line, over the top. Big bounce, one-handed catch up the wall. Cabrera comes down with the ball. Here's Bueno up at the 7 line. Cabrera stops another one. Hard throw right on the wall, no problem for Manu. Here's the backhand. Reaching up behind him, there's Cabrera, pulls it in. Manu couldn't get there in the air, but plays the rebote on the back end. Inaki, middle of the court, drops it to the inside. Manu, forehand. Go to the top from the 10 line. That one just out of reach, front ways. Clean miss, Cabrera saves the rebote. Bueno trying to get the 3-wall play. Cabrera pulled the cesta out. Inaki with a diving save. Manu, middle of the court, up at the 8 line. High, hard throw back into the corner. There's Cabrera. Manu ranging back there at the 12 line, puts it over the top. On the bounce, Cabrera handles. Bueno's backhand on the numbers, crossing low. Cabrera's got another one on the backhand. Kicking up, Manu in the corner, back beyond the 13 line. He comes over the top. Cabrera reaching up high, good control. Backhand from Cabrera, the low runner. Stopped by Manu on the bounce. Backhand from the 11 line. Manu has it again, this time at the 12. Puts it back inside. Here's Cabrera. Bueno now from the 7, hard throw. Comes shooting off the back wall. Inaki turns it. Manu at the 11, back over the top. Cabrera waiting for it at the 12 line. Manu gets out there again, turns it to the outside. Inaki stops it on the bounce. Low hard throw. Not a lot on that. Rebote, and Manu digs it out. What a save. Cabrera coming from the backcourt, calls him off. Good communication. 3-wall play again. Manu makes another save. Inaki keeps the pressure on, scoops it up in the front court. The backhand launched. Wall to wall. Bueno tracks it down, powers it inside. Cabrera now with a rebote. He turns it. Manu from the left side, the backhand right on the wall. Inaki comes flying up the wall and comes down with the ball. Manu now at the 12 line, over the top, on the bounce. Inaki let it pass. That's past Cabrera. Inaki makes a save. Bueno up at the 4 line on the forehand. Coming into the backcourt, Cabrera is able to scoop it up. Low runner. Scoop by Manu now. What a point.
It's a fake cortada, or a fake drop shot there.
Manu now waiting for it at the 10 line. Puts the rebote up the middle. Cabrera goes up on the right side. Soft touch on the forehand. Bueno couldn't get there. Here's Manu on the bounce. Over the top. That sticks inside. Inaki left side scoop. Our backhand clears and passes. Forehand rebote coming up the middle. On the bounce. Inaki just does get back to it. Here's Manu now going up at the 9 line. Forehand, high off the front wall, dropping low. There's Inaki. Manu out there for the rotate, high off the front wall. Drops between them. Inaki coming back a long way for another rebote. Here's Bueno. Fake the carom, put it inside. Cabrera scooped it up. Rebote left side by Manu, kick it up. Cabrera, good control again. That backhand, high and hard. Passing both Cyclones. Bueno on the return, puts it on the wall. Ooh, that ate him up. Good control by Cabrera. The backhand on the numbers, and it scores. What a well-played point. Owing to the fireballs, Inaki, Cabrera, they have a possible set point.
My, oh my. Chris Cabrera back here in the backcourt. I know he's stretching, but doing a great job.
Clean miss of the serve up in the front court. Manu on the backhand. In the corner, rebote forehand. Inaki up in the front court. Aggressive play. This is shooting off the back wall. Bueno turns it. Back up the middle, though, on the bounce. Cabrera from the left side, the backhand. Manu steps up. Right on the wall. Rebote comes shooting out. Inaki again just lays it up to the inside. Manu waiting for it at the 10. Backhand. On the wall. Great catch there by Cabrera. Bueno pulls it in up at the 8. This one a little bit lower. Drops between them. Cabrera had to scoop it up. Manu over the top from the 12 line. Puts it on the wall. Inaki's there. Backhand passing again. Bueno now alone for the rebote. He makes a save to the inside. On the bounce, here's Cabrera again. Manu back it up. Scooped it up. Crashes into the sidewall. It's a powerful throw.
What a difficult rebote
Great save. That crossed late. Inaki still turned it. Bueno into the drop shot. Got the first bounce. Not going to get the second outside placement. Will score for the set. Inaki and Cabrera come back. They take it 6-3. Minute and a half will come back in play. Our third and decisive set.
Wow.
The perfect season on the line, Stu. Inaki and Cabrera needed set number 2, and they respond 6-3. Well, I'll tell you what, Inaki, about the last third of this season, I mean, he's competing with some of these top-ranked ones.
There's no question about it. Inaki has really come into his own. He's coming out of 2023 with both injury and illness.
And not just competing, but winning against this tough competition. You see here,
he's turned a major corner.
Look at this outside.
Turned a major corner.
Outside placement. Not a lot of time for Bueno to react to it. Couldn't scoop it up. And Bueno's play in this third division has been phenomenal. I mean, considering he has to. I mean, he's got some tough competition up in the front court. I mean, he matches up against Zulaika of the Chargers, matches up with Goanaga for the Renegades, Correa for the Warriors, Olharan of the Devils. So, again, I mean, Bueno, again, just ranking-wise, a couple ranks lower than some of his counterparts up in the front court, but you see holding his own here, and the reason why this Cyclones team with he and Manu is 6-2.
Some replays from that second set. Inaki going in for it, but letting it pass. Look at Cabrera.
Beautiful catch. High on the left side with one hand, and then that one kind of ate him up, still comes away with it. And right on the wall, see, just tipped. Third set coming up to decide this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin set number 3. Bueno Manu serve to Inaki and Cabrera. We'll hold the start of this third set here for just a moment. No need for an equipment timeout, but Cabrera just going to reinforce the basket with some tape. That's actually Stu, folks. How about that? Getting in there. You see Jedon up there. That's that. Yeah, that's the tape reinforcing the meat of the basket right there. Third set, ready to go. That was well done, Stu. Very well done.
The assistant to the assistant Sistero. Going back to the origins of this program in 2018, it was just JR and myself. Every piece of tape laid on a cesta was laid on by one of us. Happy to do it. Wasn't expecting it. Again, none of the scissors worked. None of the scissors worked. Why? Because they're cutting tape and they have paste all over them. Good luck opening a pair of those scissors. Okay.
Third set.
Was the whole thing on film?
Just some of it, most of it.
Great.
Not all of it. Backhand to the inside. Third set's underway. What a scoop there by Manu. Backhand. Stepped on the left side of Cabrera. Right on the wall. What a catch. Plucked it right off the numbers. Inaki calls him off. Rebote laid up. Manu now at the 11 line. Hard throw back over the top. Who then stays inside. Big bounce. Great control, but that was juggled. Juggling the call on the catch of Cabrera. That will get Bueno and Manu.
So we haven't had many of those today, ladies and gentlemen. When the ball comes into the basket, it will roll. It will roll from the tip deep into the basket, can roll up onto the hand. It just can't lose contact with the surface of the cesta. In that case, there's some space between the ball after he made the catch.
Manu from the 9 line takes it in the backhand right on the wall. Comes shooting out to Inaki, makes the save, keeps it inside. Manu now, backhand, wall to wall. Rolote, forehand. Inaki makes the save, back to the right side of Manu now. Outside placement. Inaki calls him off, shoots a 2-wall, and it scores.
Well
off the rebote. Inaki and Cabrera tie it up 1-1.
Beautifully done by Inaki.
Hard backhand. Cabrera lets that one come out. Inaki makes a save on the rebote. Manu now from the 10, backhand. Right on the wall, stepped by Cabrera. Wetter now to the 8, backhand. Stepped again, here's Cabrera from deep in the backcourt, puts it inside, Bueno. Backhand coming up the middle. Cabrera, sidearm throw, crossing the side wall, 3 walls. Manu gets out there, lays it up to the inside with a big bounce. Good control by Cabrera, back at the 12. Manu now over the top. Inaki looking to cut it off. He does. There's a backhand. Wall to wall. Rebote. Forehand. Power to the inside. Cabrera stops another one. Hard back over the top. Here's Cabrera. Keeps it on the left side. Manu couldn't get back in there. Bueno alone for the rebote. That's a tough save.
Great save by Bueno.
Again. Rebote left side. Inaki will clip off the sidewall. Manu takes off. Stops it up high on the right side. Back over the top. Crossing the sidewall. Good control by Cabrera. Here's the backhand. Power to the inside. Manu stops it in the air. Not a lot on that rebote. Inaki just lays it up. Bueno attacking up at the 4 line. High to the inside. There's Cabrera. Nice positioning. Backhand 2-wall. Scoop by Inaki. Inaki hard to the inside. Manu got it up in the air. Bueno now from the left side. This one kicking up and out. Inaki takes it in the middle of the court. Drops it inside. Here's Manu. Fake the outside placement. Put it back inside. Cabrera handles it up at the 12. Manu at the 10 line of the backhand. Hard to the inside. Here's Cabrera. There again, backhand little clip. Bueno gets involved, takes it in up in the front court. High hard backhand. Cabrera reaches back behind him. Manu left side rebote coming out to the middle of the court. Here's Cabrera. Left side on the backhand. Powerfully thrown wall to wall. Bueno coming back for it. Puts it up the middle. Inaki on the right side. Outside placement. Scoop by Bueno. Bueno into the carom. That lands in to score. Bueno breaks the tie. The Cyclones lead 2-1.
You said it before. Bueno's playing so far above his ranking. And it's evident in his play. Not making mistakes. Made some great catches. His shots have been well chosen. Really coming into his own here in 2024.
Manu back over the top on the inside. What a catch by Inaki. Hard throw. Manu out of the way. Bueno alone for the rebote. Tough save of his own. Inaki reaching up high into the 2-wall. Stopped
read.
by Bueno. Bueno controls it. High enough for Cabrera to make the play. Keeps the rally going. Manu came up on it and just tipped it. 2-2. Tied up here in his third set.
Look, both teams look pretty tired. And they're really just, no one wants to see anybody get too far ahead. Point by point. See both Bueno and Cabrera leaned up against the wall. Like they're doing a deep breathing class.
Manu handles the serve. There's the backhand. Picked off by Cabrera. Cabrera right on the wall. Manu reaching up high on the right side from the backcourt. Deep in the backcourt. He has it again. Manu now at the 12 line. Hard throw back over the top. Gets by Inaki front ways. Here's Cabrera. Right on the inside. Here's Bueno now. On the bounce, Manu backing up, scooped it back beyond the 13. High throw. Coming out to Inaki on the rebote. Manu from the 11 line. Back over the top to the inside. Here's Cabrera now. Manu crashes into the sidewall, gets the forehand off. Inaki attacking into the drop shot. Got the first bounce, not the second. Bueno whips it outside.
Oh, man.
Where it scores.
Wow.
3-2 lead for the Cyclones. Bueno and Manu.
Good for Bueno. Bueno moved up on the ball beautifully. Looked like he may have been thinking about dropping it back inside. Fired it to the outside. Inaki's more than capable of making this catch. Look at Bueno read this. Is he going inside? No. Straight to the outside. Boom. Inaki goes for the scoop, just not in position to make it. Very well played by Bueno.
To the inside, Manu waiting for the rebote. Inaki again cuts it off the backhand. On the wall up at the 6 line. Here's the rebote for Bueno. Powers it inside. Cabrera ducks. Inaki makes a save. Hard throw. Picked off by Cabrera. What a catch. Bueno now coming from the outside. Takes it in the backhand. Dropping. Here's Cabrera. Manu now at the 10 line. Back over the top. To the inside, here's Cabrera on the bounce. Rotate left side, caught the corner. Inaki into the costado, splitter, high scoop, juggled. Missed by Bueno there on the outside. That's going to tie it up. 3 apiece.
3-3. Again, trading point by point. We're in the third and decisive set. 1st to 6 will win the match. Look at Bueno.
Bueno cuts off the serve, drops it inside. There's a great scoop by Cabrera. Rebote left side. Here's the save by Manu. Manu up at the 11. Over the top, outside placement. Stopped on the bounce. Inaki goes for the 3-wall play and split him up to score.
Perfect positioning by Inaki.
The Fireballs jump out ahead 4-3.
Just scoped it out. Saw that Manu was pretty stationary back around the 11 to the inside. Basically reverse caromed it off of the side wall coming to the backcourt. Very well done.
Manu takes in the serve, the backhand. Stop by Cabrera. This one dropping low. Manu comes back for it, just has to lay it up. Inaki steps back to the 8 line, stops it on the forehand, high and hard. Manu out of the way. Bueno alone for the rebote. This one dropping on the inside, and it's missed. 4-4 is the score. The Cyclones serve. What a catch there by Cabrera on the inside. The backhand stopped by Manu. Manu up at the 10 line. High, hard throw. Cabrera reaches back behind him, stops another one. On the bounce, Manu. From the 11 line, hard throw to the inside. Picked up high by Cabrera. Bueno now up at the 8. Takes him to the outside of the court. Inaki calls him off on the rebote. Drop back to the inside. Manu reaching up high. Pouring over the top, Inaki trying to cut it off low. That ball is missed. Bueno and Manu jump out ahead, 5-4. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
Will the Cyclones finish it here? Will the Fireballs get us to 5-5?
Back into the inside. Manu steps up, has it up at the 9 line, powers the backhand. What a catch by Cabrera overhead. Back into the inside. There's Manu, rips it off the sidewall. Dropping low. Inaki comes back forward. He lays it up. Manu on the inside. Great catch again. Back over the top. Inaki looking to cut it off. He does so. The backhand out of reach. Bueno comes back for the rebote. He makes a save. This one crossing. Cabrera out there, puts it just above the pad. Here's Bueno into the costado, inside placement. Cabrera all alone, keeps the match going. Here's Manu now, steps up to it in the air. High, hard throw up at the 8 line, 3 walls. Inaki tracks it down, makes a save on the rebote. Manu reaching up at the 7th line, low and hard. Cabrera keeps it going again. There's the backhand. Picked off on the inside. Manu now from the 10. One takes Manu to the outside, forehand back over the top.
Oh,
what a catch by Cabrera. That keeps it going once more. Bueno at the 7. This one takes Inaki to the outside, running with it, makes a save. Manu runs around this one, the backhand. Hard to the inside, dropping in the corner, and it scores for the win. Point set in a hard-fought match going to Bueno and Manu. 6-4 in the 3rd and decisive set.
Actually, not a chance.
First win of the game day for the Cyclones. What a match that was, nearly an hour long. Bueno and Manu take it in 3 sets. See the last set there, 6-4. Take a look at that game day scoreboard here. 3.5 points for the Fireballs. Just 1.5 reflecting that win just a few moments ago for the Cyclones, courtesy of Bueno and Manu. Wow, what a thrilling match that was. Just shy of an hour. See here on the website, 6:19 start, and it's about 7:15 here on the East Coast. See here, the Cyclones open up a 3-point lead over the Fireballs. And again, the Cyclones will finish up their regular season tomorrow against the Chargers. Top 4 teams will be playing off into the playoffs here in our Spring 24 season. We're going to hear from the winners, Bueno and Manu.
All right, Bueno Manu, congratulations on winning that match. You guys have won 7 of the last 8 matches in this division. This is the 2nd season in a row with a top record for this group. What is it about this team that things just seem to mesh so well?
I just consider myself fortunate to play with Manu, man. Manu's a great player, and we just happen to make a good team, man. And wish it was better for the team, for the Cyclones in general. But I'm happy to play with him, man. We're a good team, man, and he talks to me. He just motivates me. He talks good about me, man, and it just helps me play good.
Yeah, I say everything. I'm a great player. He's a great player, and we are a great team. Thank you very much.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on
Go
winning
Cyclones.
that match.
And up next, 4th Division doubles matchup here. Should be a fun one. Lopez and Flores take on Jedon and Fonda. And both of these teams started off with different front and back quarters. Both of these teams actually had a court swap mid-season. Jedon started in the back. He's now up in the front. Lopez started in the backcourt for his team. He's now up in the front. See how this one goes here. Lopez and Flores will have the serve. Jedon and Fonda ready to receive.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match. Lopez will have the serve for the Cyclones. There's the serve. We begin. Lopez from 9 backhand. Powerfully thrown. Caught by Fonda. Here's Flores from the 11. Jedon midcourt. Backhand to the inside. Powerful throw right up the middle by Lopez. Ball tipped in the backcourt. First point goes to Jedon and Fonda of the Fireballs. Jedon serves.
Another team where we've actually seen them get pretty close to the first win of the season here, Jedon and Fonda. And playing better with Jedon up there in the front and Fonda controlling things in the backcourt. Just have to watch out for Lopez. He's been aggressive.
Lopez picks the serve, throws a 2-all, it scores. We're all tied up, 1 point apiece. Lopez has the serve for the Cyclones.
And if you're Lopez up there, I mean, not naturally a front court player throughout his highlight career, has been the backcourt his entire career, actually. But you have to be aggressive against Jedon. Go for the balls, throw the shots. That's the reason why he's up there in the front as opposed to Flores. This team struggled to kill points and score points in the first half of the season. Doing a little bit better here with Lopez up in the front.
Powerful, powerful serve, crossing the sidewall and scoring. 2 points for the Cyclones. Lopez and Flores. Lopez serves. Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Big backhand by Fonda. That's a rebote save by Lopez. Here's a backhand by Fonda. Flores gets in there, makes the backhand. Jedon's there. Backhand from the 9 line. Low and hard, scoop by Lopez. A bullet of a backhand goes to the left side of Fonda. Here's Lopez. Blasts another one to the backcourt. Fonda's there. Flores on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote for Lopez. Play to the inside. Fonda's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Lopez is calling for the rebote. Lays it up from the right side. Fonda, backhand from the 10 line. Flores again. Backhand to the inside. Jedon, fine catch. And the backhand from the 8 line. Lopez reaching up midcourt. Beautiful catch by Fonda. Rebote forehand to the outside. Good read by Fonda. Nice safe throw. Big bounce brought down by Lopez. Mid-wall placement. Rebote saved by Fonda. Here's Lopez winding up. Coasty inside. Will score. 3 points for Lopez and Flores. Lopez has the serve.
And that's really, the advantage of having the higher ranked player up in the front court. mean, he can throw a couple more shots and make life really difficult for the opponents. I mean, Jedon and Fonda playing mostly defense out there, doing a good job. But they're relying on Jedon up there to create the offense, and against Lopez, that's a difficult matchup.
Here's a backhand by Flores to the inside. Fonda's there. Backhand from the backcourt. Lopez midcourt. Backhand. Powerfully thrown and tipped in the backcourt. 4 points for Lopez and Flores. Lopez has the serve.
And Fireball seemed to be more out of control, scrambling, whereas the Cyclones, I mean, in position and letting Flores play in the back and letting Lopez control things up in the front. And again, all that power making life difficult for Fonda. They get a 4-1 lead this opening set.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow 4-2 serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
Fonda's daughters.
Juggling ruled on the catch of Fonda. That is 5 points for Lopez and Flores. Possible set point.
He's showing you the shots from the costado off the serve, too. And again, this is a guy that has had that much experience serving here in doubles and showing him. Look at this serve coming in hard, crossing the sidewall consistently.
Here's Lopez, backhand from the 9 line to the outside of the court.
Good one.
Well thrown. What a rebote save by Fonda. Lopez, drop shot to the inside, caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. That is a second point for Jedon and Fonda. Jedon serves is still possible set point for Lopez and Flores.
Game of inches, too, and that one less than 1 inch away from scoring, catching the pad on the way back down. But any part of that pad, that's out of play.
Fault, that's an illegal 2-wall serve. Ball must touch the front wall first. Second serve must be good. Here's the catch by Flores. There's the backhand. Ball tipped. 3 points for Jedon and Fonda. Still possible set point for Lopez and Flores. Excellent catch by Flores off a beautiful serve by Jedon. Here's Fonda. Backhand. Rebote for Lopez. Ball ruled to have been tipped. That's 4 points for Jedon and Fonda. Jedon has the serve.
Making this a ball game here. I mean, started with the drop shot into the pad. Could have ended this set. Now you see a few unforced errors by the Cyclones. Tightening things up here. It's the 1 point deficit now.
Flores on the backhand. Fonda, beautiful catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Wall to wall. Lopez comes out to make the rebote on the forehand. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. Point and set to Lopez and Flores of the Cyclones. Minute 30 go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So, for clarification, legal 2-wall serve. Sometimes there's 2 ways of saying it: legal carom serve or legal 2-wall serve. I think I've said it both ways.
Yeah.
But long story short, when you serve, you have to serve the ball from your cesta to the front wall. Then it can have contact with the sidewall, and it has to land between the 4 and 7 line. It can't have contact with the sidewall when it's coming out of your cesta first or at the same time, like hitting the crack between the front wall and the sidewall. That's an illegal carom serve. There are some modalities of this sport that allow carom serves, but we ruled that out a long time ago.
Got to hit the clear front wall before the inside wall. Pretty simple there with the carom serve. Illegal, though. Got to hit the front wall first. See that one right on the inside by Lopez. Very well placed. And Flores, some very good play there in the back as well.
About it.
Good support for Lopez back behind him. Yeah, we've been seeing Flores in some of these practices in the backcourt, and it just seems a lot more comfortable. I mean, if you don't have a ton of shots up in the front and you're not as athletic as a guy like Carbo or Gaucheri, I mean, to compete against those guys and expect to score against them it's a tall task. It looks much more comfortable here in the back. Lopez killing it in the front. It's led to some success for this 4th team of the Cyclones. There's a serve, set 2 underway.
Flores gets in there to make the catch. Backhand by Fonda. Lopez with a reach at the 9 line. Big right side, powerful right side, will score in the corner. First point goes to Lopez and Flores. Lopez has the serve for the Cyclones.
Keeps getting him off their footing, trapping Fonda deep in the corner, backpedaling, trying to scoop it up as it crosses the side wall.
He's just got so much power.
Yeah.
And then to have it
precision there on the
exactly,
wall too.
To have it centralized up there in the front court.
Jedon picks the serve. The 2-all read by Lopez. Lopez carambola pulled out of the air by Jedon. Flores will keep this point going. Catch by Jedon. Jedon low and hard to the inside, and it scores. What a point just played by all players. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Jedon has the serve for the Fireballs.
I mean, look at this. I mean,
Okay,
first
now,
of all,
one of these may have been going out, but still just a beautiful catch. This one, okay, so Lopez fires it back. Maybe that was going out, but Jedon caught it beautifully. Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
yeah, either way, too close to let that one go. Great reaction by Jedon.
Here's Flores on the backhand. Good catch by Fonda. Big backhand by Fonda. That touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. 2 points for Lopez and Flores of the Cyclones. Lopez serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Here's the rebote for Lopez. He goes to the outside. Jedon makes the catch in the air. Flores on the forehand, over the top. Jedon, fine catch. Dropped it on the backswing. 3 points for Lopez and Flores. Lopez serves.
Take a little bit too long to get that throw off. You see what happened there, just falling out of the basket. Well, Jedon's been very active up in the front court these last couple matches. See if he turns it up here. Starts.
I don't know that he wants to be standing right there.
That's a dangerous spot.
Yeah,
His serves are coming in low and hard.
It's his right to do it, but man, it's dangerous. And Lopez will not wait.
Here's a forehand by Fonda. Catch by Lopez. Lopez powerfully from the right side. Here's Fonda. Lopez now from the 8 line. Low runner. Caught in the air by Jedon. Jedon powerful backhand. Rebote forehand by Lopez. Passes. Caught by Fonda. 2-all by Fonda will score. 2 points for the Fireballs. Jedon and Fonda. Jedon serves.
A little bit of offense coming through here in the second set for the Fireballs. The carom forehand kill shot. Sidewall, front wall opening up there towards the outside. Perfectly done. Cut this to just 1 point.
Flores on the catch. There's the backhand. Fonda, backhand from the 9 line. Carries to the back wall. Rebote, the rebound from the back wall. Fired from the forehand of Lopez. Lopez midcourt on the catch. Backhand. Wall to wall. Stopped by Fonda. Rebote forehand fired by Lopez. Here's the catch by Fonda. Here's the catch by Fonda. Mid-wall placement. Flores gets in there. Nice pickup on the left side. Lopez eyes on that rebote. He keeps it in play. Here's Fonda. Lopez takes it in the air, winds up, rifles it to her split placement, stopped by Fonda. What a catch by Lopez. Powerful backhand follows. Rebote saved by Jedon. He goes to the outside. Here's Lopez. Big backhand by Lopez. Goes wall to wall and out to the rebote. Saved by Jedon. Rebote forehand with control to the inside. Fonda winds up. Splitter. Scoop by Lopez. Jedon called him off. Made the save. Here's Lopez with time. Right up the middle. Perfect placement to score. Such a well-played point by all four players. Great communication for the Fireballs. Lopez and Flores get the point. They lead 4-2.
You don't see many split placements to the middle of the court or the inside of the court. Lopez does it very well here. How about this? Look at the communication. Jedon calling him off aggressively at the last second. Fonda lets it go. Diving save.
Yeah, that was great.
Now look at this back on the inside. Yep, right between them. Split placement. You see Fonda defending towards the inside. Jedon had the outside. A lot of space there, right up the middle. Lopez found it.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serve. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
Yeah, it's not a good place to stand. It's just not. It's like, I don't know if he's jet, so I don't know if he's trying to antagonize him.
Here's the catch by Fonda. Backhand to the inside. Wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. Wow, that passes. Lopez takes that on the bounce. Good hold. Big bounce. Picada. Stopped by Fonda. Fonda to the outside. Lopez has got that too. Stops it, blasts it back inside, and Fonda's there. Over the head of Lopez, the ball goes. Flores reaches in, makes the grab on the left side. Flores on the forehand. Catch by Jedon. Here's Jedon on the backhand from the 8 line. Rebote by Lopez. Catch by Jedon. Jedon with the 2-all. That scores. 3 points for Jedon and Fonda of the Fireballs. Jedon serves.
We've really only seen that Costado 2-all the last couple of game days. I mean, the last month or so for Jedon. But that's really well done. Lopez breaking hard, just couldn't get to it. What a 2-all there by Jedon. One of the best we've seen from him. Again, just 1 point deficit there in the set scoreline.
Flores on the backhand. Catch by Fonda. Fonda powerfully from the right side. Caught by Flores. Here's Jedon. Backhand. Lopez, 1 foot up the wall. Comes down with the ball. Wow, did he throw that backhand hard. This
really
rebote kicks all the way to the 3 line. Jedon with a mighty fine rebote. Lopez keeps it inside, low and hard. Backhand 2-all, read by Lopez. That cleared the overhead screen. This ball is in play.
A lot of traffic.
Catch by Fonda. There's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Forehand rebote fired by Lopez, caught by Fonda. Fonda over the top to the inside. Scoop by Lopez. Catch by Jedon. Here's Flores on the backhand from the 10 line. Jedon's there. Backhand from the 8. Rebote's coming out. Lopez on the rebote, puts it inside with a big bounce that is juggled in the backcourt. 5 points after a beautifully played point by all 4 players for Lopez and Flores. Possible set, possible match point.
See when they stop their movement and try to control it up above their head, kind of a telltale sign that Fonda didn't have full control of that ball. And Jedon and Fonda have really picked it up here in this second set. They could keep this match going right here.
Hard serve by Lopez. Here's the backhand by Fonda. Hard to the inside. Lopez on the rebote. Split placement. Will score to win. Point set and a straight set victory for Lopez and Flores of the Cyclones, winning 6-4, 6-3.
And the game day comes down to this final match. It'll be 5th division doubles. Iada and Bueno against Hernandez and Cabrera to decide the game day, coming up here in just under 2 minutes.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
And you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. There is the Game Day scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings. 3 points for the Cyclones, 3.5 points for the Fireballs. The Game Day comes down to this last match. You see all points for all teams there right along the bottom. Before we move on, let's hear from the victors of that last match, Lopez and Flores.
Exactly.
All right, Lopez Flores, congratulations on winning that match. Second win of the season. You guys made a court switch midway through the season with Lopez moving up to the front and Flores moving to the back. How much do you think that team has benefited from that decision throughout the season?
I think that was a good strategy. At least we both have more fun in the court, which is the most important thing. If you have fun, you can have results, and obviously we needed more time to get used to it, but you know,
for sure,
we got it.
For sure. Pretty much what he said, and you know, it's a pleasure playing with this guy. You know, going out there, you know, each and every week, he comes out and tells me, hey, just have fun, and that's exactly what I'm doing out there, just having fun.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. See what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you. Dale, papi.
Up next, 5th division doubles, and will close out the game day. They got Hernandez and Cabrera taking on Iada and Bueno. Hernandez and Cabrera coming to this one a record of 7-2. Iada and Bueno just 3-6. Final matches for both teams in this regular season. Iada and Bueno will have the serve. We begin this final match with an overserve. Second serve coming up. Here's Cabrera. Drop to the inside. Iada pulls it in. Backhand. Right on the wall. Cabrera handles. Great catch right on the sidewall by Cabrera. The backhand dropping low. Picked off by Iada. On the bounce, Iada picks it up at the 9 line. Kicks off the sidewall while running backhand. Scoop by Cabrera in the backcourt. Iada lost it on the throw. First point going to go to Hernandez and Cabrera. crossing the sidewall. Iada makes a save. Hernandez attacks the backhand. Out of reach. Rebote forehand. Iada makes a good save. Hard to the inside on the bounce. Cabrera pulls it in. Auto wall from the left side. Hernandez tracks down the rebote, drops it inside. Big bounce. Iada tipped it. 2 points for Hernandez and Cabrera.
So communication here between Iada and Bueno. I mean, Ikeda's hopping at the 10 line. There's a back quarterback here that's supposed to be doing that. Ikeda's aggressive, and certainly we've seen Carbo do it. We see Gaucheri doing it on a daily basis. If you're going to come all the way to the backcourt, you better make the play.
Ball tipped. We'll run to the inside, back it up. Good scoop there by Bueno at the 12 line. Hard throw coming up the middle. Here's Cabrera. Backing up, good scoop there by Bueno. Hard on the inside. Hernandez pulls it off the side wall. Bueno in the middle of the court. Puts it back over the top. Cabrera waiting for it. Pulls it off the side wall. Here's the backhand, dropping low, Iada. Hard throw, wall to wall. Rebote's coming out. Hernandez drops it to the inside. Iada runs around it. Has it on the forehand. Here's Iada now up at the 7, the backhand low runner. On the side wall, Cabrera with the 10, backhand 2 wall. Cut off low by Iada. Iada hard back to the inside. Cabrera scooped it up off the side wall. Bueno switching from left to right, comes away with it. And Hernandez, forehand. Hard to the inside. Bueno again, this time calls him off on the rebote. Makes a save in the middle of the court. Cabrera low running backhand. Bueno, tough rebote deep in the backcourt. Hernandez has to make the play. Catches it in the air, low and hard on the return.
What a catch.
Juggling on the catch of Bueno. That's going to be 3 points now for Hernandez and Cabrera.
I'll tell you, that is a solid call by this backcourt judge. We know for a fact it is very difficult to see that. It is very difficult to see that, but that ball definitely bobbled, bounced around in that cesta, lost contact with the surface of that cesta. Good call by the backcourt judge. Very tough to see.
Cabrera just out of the way of that serve. Bueno high and hard to open it up. Rebote forehand. Hernandez gets it to the backcourt. Here's Bueno now at the 10 line. Outside placement. Though the scoop attempt is tipped. 2 points for Iada and Bueno. They serve.
A little more communication. Iada and Bueno are going to be fine. Hernandez and Cabrera are moving in sync pretty well.
We're on the left side, low running backhand. Oh, that's tipped. 4 points for the Fireballs.
Iada took his eye off the ball. Appears to have taken his eye off the ball.
Serve through Iada's legs, that scores. The ace brings it to 5-2. It is a possible set point for the Fireballs.
I have a theory.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it, Stu.
My theory is that oftentimes when the front quarter does the fun thing, I'm not saying that's the reason why he did it, it came fast, but when you do something exciting, the ball goes between your legs or something like that, your back quarter is watching that ball, right. and it can be a little distracting.
Yes.
And it can be a little distracting.
You can see Bueno's timing was definitely thrown off on that serve.
It was a good jump by Iada, no question about that.
Hard serve on to reach of Iada. Here's Bueno from the 11 line. Backhand. Picked off by Hernandez. Puts this one on the wall. Great catch by Bueno. Backhand passing again. Hernandez waiting for it. Rebote is missed. That's 3 points for Iada and Bueno.
It's not easy to finish off a set, though it's only 1 point needed here for the Fireballs.
Backhand inside, dropping low. Ikeda's got it off the floor. Hard throw from the 9 line. Passes Cabrera. Hernandez has the rebote on the bounce. Here's Ikeda, the carom. Stopped by Hernandez. He avoids the screen, drops it inside. Ikeda waiting for it. Controls the floater, low and hard. Cabrera couldn't get up to that one.
Cortada,
2 bounces
beautiful.
ruled. Perfectly thrown by Ikeda. The Cortada brings him to 4 points.
That was really nicely done by Ikeda. Again, the Cortada's ball thrown low and hard, above the pad, angled to the side wall. You want it to hit low on that side wall so that it comes off basically at the knees or ankles of your opponents.
Cabrera from the left side. Ikeda pulls it in up at the 9 line. Hard throw. Here's Cabrera. Ikeda stops another one. Here's the backhand, hard to the inside. Cabrera keeps it on the left, the backhand, low runner. Bueno scoops it up. Hernandez on the left side, passing Bueno is out of the way. Ikeda, forehand rebote, it's a carom. Oh, missed on the bounce. Ikeda and Bueno have come back to tie it up at 5-5. This is set point.
Yeah, the communication's better. Synchronicity between the players is better.
Rebote forehand, dropped inside. Here's Ikeda. Backhand to the inside. Here's Cabrera. Oh, good
what a
reach
good
by
catch.
Cabrera. Not going to let that ball bounce. Hard throw back to the inside. There's Ikeda outside placement. And it's missed. Point and set. Ikeda and Bueno come back. They take it 6-5. Come back and play set number 2. Just a minute and a half.
Quite a surprise, huh? They didn't look like they had it together, and then they did. And then they won the set. My, oh, my.
Yeah, not much for Ikeda and Bueno to get started. All unforced errors to begin, so, I mean, that's a good thing. It's not like Hernandez and Cabrera were throwing 2 walls like we've seen from this team with a whole lot of offense. Mistakes in their own control, and they were able to make fewer of them here as that set progressed. 6-5, Ikeda and Bueno take set number 1.
ESPN 3 Players Cage. Players taking their breaks here in between sets and to prepare for matches. You see Duke getting Hernandez getting some information and feedback from Fireball squad. Cabrera is chosen to remain on the court. I think unhappy with the outcome, certainly unhappy with the outcome. Nothing to be unhappy about in terms of how he played. Cabrera has been one of the best surprises we've had in 2024 amongst all of the teams. His catching has just been absolutely positively solid.
Cabrera staying out there, but again, I mean, this Fireballs team has been playing their best. I mean, Hernandez is throwing shots up there in the front. We didn't see really, I don't think, any 2-walls. I mean, trying to play Ikeda and Bueno's game here, more of a defensive style, it's going to be tough to match up with. I mean, Ikeda doesn't make many mistakes up in the front court. And kind of after that first mistake, he settles back in. I mean, took his eye off it. Now he's kind of thinking about it a little bit more. And from that point on, communicated better, worked as a unit. And the Cyclones come back, see what they can do here in set number 2. We're ready to begin our second set. Hernandez and Cabrera serve to Ikeda and Bueno. There's a serve. We begin our second set. Ikeda picks it, drops it inside, and he's going to get the second bounce to score. Ikeda and Bueno on the board first in our second set.
Tremendous fake. Fake 2-wall, draws you to the outside, and then you drop it into the inside. You get both the front quarter and the back quarter with that fake. Very well done by Ikeda.
Here's Cabrera, the backhand, open it up. Bueno stops it in the corner from the 11 line, hard throw. Here's Cabrera now. Backhand, wall-to-wall, Robote. Forehand, Iada tracks it down, drops it inside. Here's Cabrera. Iada comes flying back for it with the 9 line. Backhand, that just does clear the overhead screen. Hernandez back to the inside. Here's Iada up at the 8, another backhand, opening up. Sidearm play. Bueno in position, turns to Robote. It's a 2-wall, opening up, and missed by Hernandez
Gobbled
there
him up.
on the outside. That's 2 points.
So Bueno's playing very controlled in the backcourt. Iada's a little rambunctious up there in the front court. Running pass balls. Still, Hernandez, that ball completely ate him up. Switched from one side to the other side, and he couldn't make the catch.
Here's Bueno on the left side from the 11 line. Hernandez takes it in at the 9, hard throw, wall to wall. Iada tracks it down, puts it up the middle. Cabrera steps up. Hard throw, stays to the outside. Iada gets back in there. Low and hard on the return. Hernandez comes cross court, loses his footing, and gets the backhand off. Bueno now from the left side, picked off by Hernandez. Bueno backing up, stops it on the right side, back over the top, the middle of the court. Here's Robote, left side by Hernandez. Iada on the hop, puts it back over the top to the inside.
Beautiful scoop
by Cabrera. Iada now up the 8, wall to wall. Robote. Forehand. Hernandez gets this one out of reach. Iada aggressively, but Bueno gets in there to make the save. Hernandez low and hard. Bueno tries to go for the scoop. It's missed. Hernandez and Cabrera for the Fireballs get on the board with their first point.
Hernandez passing low and hard to the inside, just blasting. It's been very effective for him. It's a tough ball to play because you don't really know where it's coming out on the Robote. It's not coming out high.
Bueno takes a serve before it crosses. There's a backhand. Cut off in the air by Hernandez. Bueno now on the forehand over the top, right up the middle. It is out of the way. Here's Cabrera. Low running backhand, scoop up by Bueno. On the 11 line, sidearm play. Taken in, here's Hernandez. Well, that caught the corner. High scoop by Iada. Iada low and hard. That's going to get the second bounce to
That's
score.
another cortada that worked beautiful for him, huh?
3 points now for the Cyclones.
So
Here's Cabrera, middle of the court, sidearm play. Back to the inside, Iada takes it in. Up at the 8 line, hard throw, passing. Cabrera steps out of the way. Did the ball, Robote, back in the corner. Here's Iada. Hard to the inside again. There's Cabrera advancing out at the backhand. Powered, held on to by Bueno, deep in the backcourt. Here's Hernandez up at the 9 line, the backhand passes. Robote, forehand. Iada drops it to the inside. Cabrera puts it just above the pad. Iada. Low and hard again, crossing. There's another scoop by Cabrera, the backhand. Picked off by Iada, flying on the left side. Big backhand now. Robote, forehand. Oh, swing and a miss. 2 points for the Fireballs. Hernandez and Cabrera serve.
be curious to see if the Fireballs will be able to build on that momentum of a few points. Cabrera definitely looking winded back here. Hernandez just looking intense.
Oh, look at
Ikeda's got it. Whips it inside.
What a
a scoop there. Cabrera made it. Ikeda juggled the catch. What a sequence. Hernandez and Cabrera have tied it up 3-3.
Yeah, it's best to have, it's not just that I'm trying to poo-poo fancy-looking play. The truth of the matter is that if you have both feet on the ground, or at least 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on the wall, something like that, your ability to stop the ball in the cesta and avoid juggling it is significantly increased.
Under serve, second serve coming up.
It's always exciting if you have to jump to save it. That I totally get. But if you get caught up in the moment and the excitement, weird things can happen.
Bueno from the 11 line, hard throw. Taken in there by Cabrera, the backhand. Bueno now from the 11 line, high and hard. We're in the corner reaching in. Bueno thought about it, lets that one pass. Ikeda turns it on the backhand on the bounce. High scoop made by Cabrera. Leaping grab, Ikeda powers it on the return, wall to wall. Hernandez will split placement. Ikeda could not control it. 4 points for the Fireballs. They lead 4-3.
Hernandez seems to be warming up. Ikeda with a couple unforced errors. There's some spectacular play and some unforced errors. It's a mixed bag.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. Bueno, backhand to the inside. Pulled right off the side wall. Wow. Ooh, the backhand is
wrong court.
In the overhead screen. That is out of play. 4-4 is the score, and the Cyclones serve.
Yeah, he just, I think some muscle memory from a few years back may have gotten the better of Hernandez there.
Backhand to the inside. Robote, forehand, saved by Ikeda. Hernandez on the left side, the backhand, kick it up. Bueno in the corner, good catch back beyond the 12 line. Cabrera up at the 10, backhand on the wall. Ikeda pulls it in. Bueno, great control, backed up to the glass, opens up to the middle of the court. Here's Hernandez. Rote comes shooting out. Ikeda drops it to the inside. Here's Cabrera. Cabrera again, this time from the 11 line. Higher and harder. Robote's coming out. Robote forehand. Play to the inside. Cabrera all alone. Has to make the save. He does. Here's Ikeda from the forehand. Fake the outside placement. Put it inside. The Robote is saved. Diving effort. A clean miss by Ikeda up in the front. Cabrera hard to the inside. That's tipped.
So Ikeda tried to scoop the ball between his legs.
Is that what I?
Yeah,
I didn't want to.
No, he did. He totally did. I mean, it's a force of habit. It would have been exciting had it happened, but fortunately, it didn't interfere with Bueno's ability to catch the ball and score the point.
Possible set, possible match point here for Ikeda and Bueno. And Cabrera went down hard on that elbow. You see him holding it on the way down.
There's no question that replay is. He wasn't trying to get assessed out.
Yeah, that was. My, oh, my. Low runner to the inside. Scoop by Bueno. Bueno from the 12 line, hard to the inside. Pulled in there by Cabrera. Ring stop overhead. Here's Cabrera from the left side, the backhand. Pulled in by Bueno again. Bueno from the 10 line, hard throw. Cabrera stops another one. Rebote forehand, high to the inside, taken in there by Hernandez. There's the backhand. Bueno now. Cabrera puts it on the wall. Iada calls him off early, gets back in there, lays it up. Back up the middle, Hernandez. Low and hard to the inside. Iada, great positioning, cut it off in the air.
What a catch.
On the wall, Cabrera lays it up. Again from the left side, the backhand is done a little lower. Iada takes it off the numbers. Rebote now, rebound off the back wall, drop to the inside. Bueno now from the backcourt, coming in at the 10 line. Low and hard to the inside. Cabrera. The rebote comes out to Iada on the wall. Cabrera runs around it and missed the rebote. Point, set, and a hard-fought match going to Iada and Bueno, winning in straight sets, 6-5, 6-4. The Cyclones come back and win the game day. Folks, stay tuned for the post-game show. That'll be coming up here in just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Everyone, welcome into the Battle Court post-game show. He's Stu Nyman. I'm Andrew Bleckman. The Cyclones come back a come-from-behind victory here on this Monday. Let's cut to some of the highlights and recap what we saw behind us on the Battle Court today, getting started with the second division doubles match for Fonda and Amigorena against Iada Lopez.
Beginning of the day looked like Fireballs had really found their momentum, and they had through the first 3 matches. They were unstoppable. Amigorena, an early candidate for player of the day, basically making some really solid catches, keeping the ball in play, tracking the ball well, and leading to a victory for the Fireballs over the Cyclones to start off Battle Court today.
Great 2-all there. Beats Ikeda to the net to end the first set. Ooh. Tough break there. The Magic City bounce opening up, but Ikeda tracks it down. Fonda right back at him with the carom.
That's a really well thought out play. Absolutely.
Caught the net before Ikeda was able to make the play. Ending that match in favor of the Fireballs. You said it, jumped out ahead early on. And then Inaki versus Manu up next. A great singles match in this top division.
Again, Inaki is someone that we've been looking at as far as overcoming some setbacks in 2023. And he's been doing much better consistently. Manu today, though, I'll tell you, was just...
especially early on,
yeah,
he was on fire.
He was absolutely giving clinics in court positioning.
So he tracks that one down hard to the outside, scoring.
Backhand to the outside. That one was out of... That one scored, that one scored and one was...
Manu can throw the backhand straight to the outside, too. Inaki
that very
just
much
hoping
scored.
that was wide.
Yeah,
But,
no.
Of course, landing in right there. You see on the replay.
Forehand Cameron Bote on the bounce.
Inaki stops it and then gets it back off. Very well done.
That floater at the side wall, they're so hard to catch.
And goes for the high 3-wall play, but look at Inaki. Knows where
Great
to be.
read.
Tracks it down, puts it inside.
But then the scoop by Manu. This is what makes Manu so dangerous.
Oh. Just catching the pad there, and as you know, the pad is bad. Inaki, 2 singles wins in a row. Boy, he's been playing great here the last third of the season.
Absolutely.
Good to see. And then up next, third division singles. That was Carbo and Amigorena, the Chula for Amigorena.
This was an important one for Amigorena. Again, I know that Amigorena, I guess we had his player of the day within the last 2 weeks. He's really, when you just look at one player who just took everything that we do here so seriously, took his workouts so seriously, took the practices so seriously, takes every point of every game so seriously, and was so focused on improving his game, watching him come into his own these last couple weeks has really been something great to see. And again, Carbo, with catches like that, it's like, what's your strategy in going up against Carbo? I don't know, just follow the ball as best I can, try to catch it. It's if he doesn't know where he's throwing it, how the hell am I supposed to know where I'm throwing it, where he's throwing it?
Yeah, absolutely. Heard that one before, too.
Absolutely.
Look at that catch by Amigorena, though. Back behind him, crossing the sidewall.
And that's
gorgeous.
that's what impressed me with this is that, you know, Carbo changes the pace of everything that Amigorena has any experience with. And Amigorena was able to keep pace.
Hard to the inside, the long drop shot. You see just got 2 bounces before Carbo got up to it. Robote here, left side by Carbo. Amigorena reads it. Stops it. Hard back inside. Perfectly placed.
Yeah.
Right there to score.
And so straight through that point, it was all fireballs.
And then match number 4 today, maybe the best one of the day, Bueno Manu against Inaki and Cabrera.
So the common theme throughout the building here is Jai-Alai is exciting.
Yes.
Sometimes it's more exciting than others, like those collisions, for instance. So I guess that's why some people watch auto racing, which I still don't get, but that's besides the point. I get auto racing, just not watching for the crashes. I don't want to see anybody crash. Bueno there with a perfectly placed outside placement. That was just so well done, getting high cestas from
everybody, opponents, teammates, everybody recognizing a good shot when they see one.
Because basically the defensive play of all 4 players was so good, everybody was getting lulled into slumber.
Yeah.
Just watching, and there's a catch, and there's a throw, and there's a catch, and there's a throw. And you're waiting for someone to throw a shot. But again, as I mentioned earlier, there's some risk with throwing shots.
Right. I mean, you get that in these longer matches. And you see Inaki finally throwing something outside. No time for Bueno to react. Look at this one, though, into the 3rd set. He had both players on the Cyclones trapped inside. Inaki throws the 2-wall.
Beautifully done.
Inaki again from the costado into the drop shot. Look at Bueno. Takes off. Gets up to it. Costado of his own. Just missed.
Yeah, Bueno really stuck out in terms of his control in the front court, making catches, court positioning, just Bueno was really spot on, both the front court and his back court showing today. Playing with Manu, letting Manu do his work, but also Bueno made every rebote. Bueno landed his shots. Bueno just did a great job overall. Major part of that victory for the Cyclones.
Yeah. Cyclones coming back. Bueno and Manu ending the perfect run and the undefeated season for the third team of the Fireballs. That brought us out to fourth division, Jedon Fonda against Lopez and Flores.
And I know we're at the end of the season. This one just kind of made you think about what could have been.
I mean, Lopez in the front looked great.
Lopez in the front, his first outing, he hadn't gotten used to it. He got used to it today.
Yes, he did.
He got used to it today. He was just this
dominating
figure.
Tracks it down on the outside and then
perfect on the rebotes, throwing hard. I got to give Jedon credit. I mean, he went toe-to-toe with Lopez on a number of occasions. Again, was making for a very nice target in that service box as well. But Flores, even though he missed that one, Flores was backing up Lopez very well. But Lopez was just so, from our vantage point on the back wall, just looking out there, all we saw was like Lopez doing this. Lopez scoops and blasts it. And he just throws so hard. He throws hard when he's in the back court on a long court. So he throws especially hard here at Magic City.
Yeah, throw back up the middle, split him up to score. Very well thrown there by Lopez. And here's Jedon. 2-all, just out of reach. How about Jed mixing in a nice combination of his own?
Absolutely. Fonda with a couple unforced errors, a couple missed catches, juggle. Took a straight set victory for the Cyclones.
It's Lopez and Flores, another team, strong second half. Their second win of the year, and then the finale. Game day came down to this one. Iada and Bueno against Hernandez and Cabrera in the fifth division.
A little bit of a rough start for the Cyclones when it first began. Then Iada gradually got composure. Hernandez had some unforced errors, but Bueno was solid in the backcourt consistently, just as he had been solid in the front court. I mean, you got Iada jumping all the way back at the 10 line. It's, you know, beautiful scoop.
Sometimes not all too easy. And then a couple cortadas. You said that, Stu.
Absolutely.
Very
We're
well
seeing
done.
the cortada used more, and it is a beautiful thing when it's done correctly. Can't say enough about Cabrera. Okay, so yeah. Yes and no. There's absolutely no question.
That is intent, folks.
There is intent. There is intent. And Bueno was just locked in and he wasn't distracted. So Bueno saluted Iada. Even though Bueno did all the work there.
Yeah, ball tipped right there. And the Cyclones down 3-0 on the game day. They come back 3-0 in terms of the matches. They come back and win the final three and take the game day on points, 4.5 to 3.5. Now let's see where all 6 of our teams stack up here in our Spring 24 standings. Just one game day left. That's going to be the Chargers and Cyclones tomorrow. Renegades and Warriors, top 2 seeds in that order. And then you got the Chargers and Devils. I mean, the Chargers just need just one win tomorrow to lock up that number 3 seed, again, against the Cyclones. 5 p.m. Eastern, regular start time tomorrow as we close out the regular season. Stu, player of the day race today. You mentioned a couple names in those highlights.
Exactly, and it got hot and heated. In fact, Andrew apparently has brought other people onto his team to help
do a little recruiting.
To help force a decision. I had a couple voices in my head. Don't worry, folks. I take medication for it before bedtime. Everything works out just well.
He does.
But the truth of the matter is that I was back on Amigorena. Amigorena's just turned so many corners. Inaki did well, but he didn't win both of his games. There were Cabrera catching every ball there is to catch in the back. But the truth of the matter was that the victorious team were the Cyclones, and Bueno was a major, major part of that. There's no question about it. He played great in the front. He played great in the back. The shots that he threw stayed in play. He threw smart shots. He was in position to make rebotes. His court positioning was good. To me, player of the day, absolutely. Bueno.
Let's hear from Bueno, 5th division player for the Cyclones. Hey everybody, we are here with Bueno of the Cyclones, our player of the day for today, all season long. You've been on 2 doubles teams, one in the front and one in the backcourt. What is that process like in staying fresh in both spots?
Honestly, I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy the different perspectives, and I honestly like to play with both of my partners. You know, me and Iada are good friends off the court, so to play doubles with him, you know, and be in the back, you know, I appreciate him as a front courter because I'm a front court. I've played against him plenty of times, and you know, playing with a douche man is just, you know, a Manu. Manu is just, you know, an awesome backcourter. So, you know, I got two good partners in the positions I'm playing too, which helps out a lot. But I appreciate both perspectives, man. It like keeps me in tune with the game, keeps me sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. And just one game day left for the Cyclones this season. What do we expect out of you guys coming in to finish up the regular season tomorrow?
You can expect what you always expect from me, man. Just to play it out, man. You know, love the game, play your heart out. You know, that's what I do, man. You know.
Awesome, Bueno. We appreciate it. 2-0 today. He is our player of the day.
Thank you.
Awesome, Bueno. Great work. Thank you. And that was Bueno, our player of the day for today. We return tomorrow. Final regular season matchup, Chargers and Cyclones. Bradley and Bueno will get us started. Then Iturbide against Lopez, followed by Albarba Nubia against Carbo and Flores, 6th division doubles. Solik and Bradley take on Bueno Manu, 3rd division doubles. Then Iturbide Nubia against Iada and Lopez, 2nd division. And we close it out with the top doubles match. Zuleika and Benny take on Carbo and Manu. Stu and I will be back here on the call to finish up that Spring 24 regular season tomorrow, beginning at 5 p.m. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you then.
See you tomorrow, 5 p.m.
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!